Hey everybody, welcome to ZealZaddy. I'm Scott Coventry, and this is Elixia. This is our, I hate to say it, 51st episode, because I miscounted earlier and I missed it. Last week was 50. So we're at 51 episodes, which I think is amazing. 2 years, 51 episodes, and hopefully we'll have another 50, another 49, get to 100. This is season 2, episode 27, called The Climb. And before I get to all the other stuff, if you get a chance, head over to DriveThruRPG, download some of the ZealZaddy products we've been making. Some of them are pay what you will, pay what you want, pay what you want. One of them is on there for $3. We have another one coming out in, well, every week we do one, but we have another pay one coming out soon. That's going to be a whole bunch of new Gnolls. New Gnoll clans, including some kobold-like ones that are smaller and totally badass. I can't wait to show those. This week is going to be, some of them we do where we'll release just an NPC, like a deep dive on an NPC, and I love those. The one coming up is Lady Belteshazzar, and it's all about plots and schemes, and there's just awesomeness all around. But tonight we're playing Elixia, and let me bring everybody on because I will get boring and rambly. All right. Everyone's in the right places. Yes. Nobody's popping new windows out like they did last week in the middle of the stream like 4 times. Still have no idea what was going on with that. All right. I'm not going to start with Blake because I've been starting with Blake over and over apparently, so I'm going to jump somewhere else. I'm going to go to the opposite corner from
you just want to start with the best, and I get it,
Well, the best tonight then is Natalie.
Of course. All right, well, hello, I am Natalie. I go by Ghost Candle most places on the internet, where I do my art, talk about tabletop things and all that jazz. Yesterday, actually, if you have Ko-Fi, if you follow me on there or support me on there, my supporters get an early preview of a homebrew 5e race that I made called Voidlings. So they get in a cool look at them before I release it for everybody at the end of the month. It's also where I have a shop that I do emotes, and I have a poll running this week to see what I should draw for this week, which is between a Kenku, a Durgar, and a goblin. So if you want to vote on that, you can.
That's an easy vote. It's always Kenku. For me.
Yeah, I think that's in the running right now, the top one.
Yeah.
But otherwise, tonight I am playing Desis, our half tiefling, half some type of elf. We have yet to really figure that part out. Who is our druid, Circle the Stars, with a level warlock.
Yep.
And we both use she, they pronouns.
Thank you. Morgan.
What's up, everybody? I am Morgan. My headset's about to die. I didn't realize it wasn't charged. I'm with Mindflayed Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. You guys can follow me on social media at Mindflayed Mondays, everywhere except for Twitter, which is Mindflayed Mun. I am the founder of Mindflayed Mondays. We have a wonderful team of dungeon masters who run games for you. So if you want to hire somebody, go ahead and check us out. The guys that I work with are absolutely incredible. I love seeing them succeed at running these crazy games for our clients, and they just love it. And besides that, I have t-shirts on Amazon. I'm rocking one tonight, and I have several items on the DM's Guild. And then the last thing is my podcast. I almost forgot to say my podcast. But yeah, we have a podcast, and we usually drop episodes every Monday. We didn't drop one this Monday, only because we wanted to give everybody a chance to get caught up to the season or the arc final. So go ahead and check out. We have 19 episodes that are currently available. 20 will be coming out this next Monday. And I play Vesryn on our wonderful group here, and he is the party's Elven wizard. He is a blade singer. And as always, I'm just really, really, really excited to be here and see, Blake bring down the house on us. So.
And you have a partner in crime in your pocket, which I think is kind of cool too. All right, Jazz.
Hello, I'm
I'm Jazz. I use she, her pronouns and they, them pronouns, although today I'm feeling very she, her. I play Jada, our Warforged, oh god, I never get this right, Warforged sorcerer fighter who is sort of maybe turning organic. We don't really know what's happening there. You can find me everywhere at Cinderscoria. At Cinderscoria is a rock. But, I mean, it's also me. I'm sorry. I'm really tired today, and I'm rambling, so I'm just going to stop.
You don't look tired. You look, like, energized.
I always look energized. I'm an extrovert.
That's cool. Cool. All right, let's go.
She looks jazzed.
Hey! Thank you.
Blake.
Hello, everybody. I am Blake. I am playing Hipley Amberwater, the group's somebody, person, human being, I guess. Yes. Looking forward to playing. Hopefully, but I guess I gotta learn. Like, if you don't, listen, you're gonna library drafting. It's the ultimate, knowledge kind of dump. So hopefully I don't do that again. But if I have to, somehow someone's got to do it. So dropping knowledge every time. And then with that, support your library so don't get the library dropped on you. So just yeah, looking forward to tonight.
All right, Tiffany, with all your new cool equipment.
Hey, I'm Tiffany. I play Cerridwen Sagewynd. She's the bard of the party. I'm a Valor bard. Her goal for the longest time was finding her long lost son, and now she has found him. So she's trying to figure out how to basically be a mom and save the world. As for myself, I run my own campaign called Ancient Damsels. You can find us on YouTube in a podcast form, and I just decided I should just tell people I think my own podcast is awesome. And we're gonna release. I just released episode 49, part 3, and it's such a good scene. We have this awesome scene that Serena does as Kiara. So this is gonna be a lot of names. So Serena plays Kiara. Serena also did the art for this campaign, and you can find her at Pixie Apocalypse on Twitter and Sloth Butter at
Slothy Claws.
Slothy Claws. And also Sloth Butter at other things.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a lot of tags. But it's a big commitment to go and join my campaign, but I think it's worth it. You can start listening to the podcast. We focus a lot on relationships, and in this campaign, I like to say we focus a lot on solving the puzzle. And I think that's really cool because it's intellectual. Anyway, you do a great job, Scott.
I make it up every week. I have no idea where it's going.
So yeah, you're gonna have a great time tonight.
I like to think there's a lot of character work in this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Show.
There's still that too. Yeah.
All right, so. I don't know how to do this recap, so what do you think we should say about it? It was a crazy show.
Well, we'll start.
Some owlbears got.
Yes,
Really
we'll start, I guess, from when we landed and started to realize we are back. Maybe there are different things, but we are back into what may be our home realm. Assuming.
A different time.
Yep, instead of lavender, there's mushrooms, and the standing stones are different.
And in good news, the people that we thought were dead aren't dead.
Yeah,
Which is
they're
really
not
cool.
dead. Just
Nice.
all of them coming out of a form of petrification or hold person, in which we did talk to Taylor, who was a dulcimer that messed up the performance, and we found out they were really being a form of blackmailed and coerced and controlled.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
But she did try to sabotage the performance in the way of protecting everybody who may have otherwise died.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
And then, yes, after that, and as we were all trying to set up camp and such. I guess Dwayne can say what they were doing.
Okay, so we find out that the family, that Vesryn's family was possibly cursed by the mask like 10,000 years ago. Thrangle, who's my long lost son, asks about the family. And Thrangle and Vesryn kind of have this little argument over morals. Jada's ticking slows down, but it sounds like there are 2 tickings, I think. I wrote down. We gotta cover that. That's the performance. Oh yeah, I'm affected. So Dwayne goes away to try to find out where the magic stopped being affected by like the crazy fey magic, so she could go and heal people and not have to worry about stuff. So she's just kind of like going down the path. And as she's doing that, the mask talks to her and convinces her to like pull it out. And I'm like just kind of waving it around. And Vesryn sees her and stops her, and then they discuss.
But I think you felt like you were the greatest mage
Oh
at the
yeah,
time
so
too.
like
Greatest caster in the world.
Greatest caster in the world. Yeah, so she's casting
What do you mean?
like
Thanks.
minor illusion just to like test it, and then one of the side effects was I thought I was the greatest caster in the world, so I rolled with that. And Vesryn approaches the greatest caster in the world and says, maybe we should take turns with the mask. And so we traded chisel and mask, and then Vesryn said, I don't want the others to have to carry this burden, basically, so let's keep this between us. And
Secrets in the party.
Lies are always good. Lies are good for healthy relationships. I mean, it's how you grow with friendships. It's healthy
And
part
great
of
storytelling.
relationships.
Yes.
We're going to get
back-
awesome development.
yeah, back at the camp, Jada and Hipley run to an owlbear. And Hipley starts to fall from the sky. I'm not sure that happened. I missed
Because I did a spell, then like a
Yeah, he got
one of the
basically
weird,
yeeted up.
weird magical presence.
Okay, so he just got
Yeah.
yeeted up. All right. Yeah. So then he's falling in the sky, and
Owlbear.
I see him falling. So Cerridwen starts running, and then Jada and Desus are under him as he's falling. Then, in his infinite wisdom, he decides
Hipley
to
is
summon.
book smart. Well, he's not really book smart. He thinks he's book smart. Okay, he's not like real life application smart yet. So the real life
So
application part's coming.
He summoned his house from the staff and dropped a library on Desus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Jada.
And
Guys
Jada.
happened
And
to catch
I
it.
did
The
that.
owlbear did die.
I did that by stabbing it into the owlbear to release the house too. So I
Yeah.
stabbed the
so,
owlbear.
I mean, you did take care of the owlbear problem.
And my
both of 'em.
owl bear.
Yeah, poor Earl. And you
Earl.
almost took Desus out in the
I
process.
know.
And
So
Jada.
now you owe her a favor.
and as it's falling, they cast Featherfall. So I was like, fine the whole time. I was like, oh, I slammed softly on the house, and then, yeah. So
Anyway, I cast Featherfall. Jada cast Featherfall. I turned into a drow.
Vesryn didn't cast any spells.
and we noticed something too on the mountain that we never were going to probably go through. Something about like the mountain being different.
two
off in the distance. There's
pillars.
something on 2 pillars on top.
We,
That we
yeah, we,
saw.
Yeah.
there's a structure on top, and then something flew out the structure at the end.
Yeah, something flew
yeah.
from
Yeah.
the mountains, and we don't know what it is.
May or may not be a dragon. We'll see.
Or a hag taking on.
Oh,
some-
and
And-
Greg
yeah.
will ask you if you had any brothers or sisters.
It's true.
yes.
We told him about Sipley.
That's where we stopped.
Yeah. And from there, that's where we'll start from. So you're all sitting around what would have been a disaster, except that Hipley pulled the staff out and the house shrunk back down. Everybody got healed, some that needed it. I don't think anybody got healed all the way up, right? I think everybody's still pretty hurting. That was under
Everybody
the
is
house.
just stuff.
Yes, the two
Yeah,
of
just
you.
Desus and Jada on the ground groaning.
And
Yeah, I
Hipley's like,
started
Jesus, do
playing
you need
the
more water?
Song
Do
of
you need more?
Rest.
You need more food? I mean,
I'm here too.
yes, I know, and I already got you something just a second ago. You said you didn't want to eat, remember? So yeah, so Hipley's just going around having Jada and Thesis is like, full on servant, just getting lots of food and water whenever. Just like a good butler.
Seeing Jada like annoyed at that, he will put his hand on Jada's shoulder. Vesryn will like kind of like it's okay, and then Soul will hop off my arm onto your shoulder and kind of nuzzle against you. So.
I will grumpily pet the bird.
Its flames don't seem to burn you because it is a phoenix, so there's like fieriness to it.
I say, Soul, stay with Jada for a little bit.
And Soul stays nuzzled.
All right. So, Running Goal just asked me if he had any siblings. So, Cerridwen, you can see her ears turn a little bit red, and she goes, "Oh, no, it's just you. But you have a lot of cousins. You have 3 from my sister, and Vesryn adopted a little girl. So you have 4. Do you want to meet your grandma?" And she's just like,
Oh, Grandma definitely. Grandma's ears perk up at the question, not even your answers. And Rhiannon, how do you pronounce it? You pronounce it
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon, right? I was like Rhiannon. It's not Rhiannon, it's Rhiannon. Okay. Comes over. Let me tell you all about the craziness of our family. We're gonna go take a little time. You deal with your friends, okay?
Thanks, Mom.
And she puts her arm around them and walks them off.
I'm still a drow. Okay.
And you're a drow.
Yes. And she's not used to being like this tiny because all her clothes are just like super baggy on her. She's trying to just
Yep.
roll them up. Well, I mean, I can give you a pillow. And she like rolls up her cloak and hands it to Desus, and then takes off her like. She has a skirt, but she like has pants underneath, so it's like more decorative than anything. And then rolls that up and gives that to Jada.
Okay.
Thanks.
She continues to play her song. It's like, I hear you, but I don't know what will happen if I use any more magic.
Yeah, that's fair. We've really pushed those limits.
Yes, I'm honestly quite surprised after the hell you gave me before we went through the portal. So.
There we go.
I must say, I'm quite impressed with how you all just dove right into casting magic. It was.
I didn't actually, except for the fact that somebody's misfired spell made my weapon all hot.
Yes.
Who was it?
You! It was you.
How do you really know that though? You don't know that because
Yes,
it didn't.
yes. No,
didn't,
I do
it
know
didn't-
that.
it
You know
didn't-
why I know that?
Ow.
Because timing.
I mean,
I'm very
timing.
good with timing.
Well, then you should have been able to evade it since you had good timing. You should
I
have been
did evade it. I
Ah.
dropped the damn weapon. You know what? Don't talk to me right now.
Okay,
Those
let's get
my
you, can,
out there.
can I at least get you something to eat? Then I mean, I need to make up for what I
don't
did. So
need to- No, thank you.
okay. Well, is there anything else I can get you then? Desus, are you still good? I mean, is there anything else I can? A book, perhaps. I mean, I have a lot of. I know you like some more kind of sea shanties. I don't have things like that, but I can find something similar, probably. I mean,
I'm going to lean over to Hipley and I'm going to whisper in his ear. It may not be a good idea to offer Jada Earl. I mean, she did just befriend it, and you're like, hey, do you want something to eat? And the only thing to eat really right now is Earl. So that
Well,
might be why she doesn't like the idea of eating food right now. Just a friendly thought.
Just gonna quietly start playing like shanties on the lute. She's done. Well, anyway.
Did you guys
As-
notice that thing fly out? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Did you guys notice that weird
Yeah, it
thing?
looked like a bird, maybe?
Never seen anything like it.
I think we should, after we get some rest, we should probably head there. I think your mother and Taliesin or Firbolg can probably, and Bang can probably watch over everybody here while we head up.
Okay, but after I sit for a while.
Yeah, yes. I
Yeah.
don't.
After
No,
we're
after
rested.
we rest,
Yeah.
for sure. We need to rest.
I know I need it.
I'm sure you do, but I know.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm still
I
feeling.
know.
Well, still,
Like, oh, I
I'm
need
still-
a
I'm-
rest. I'm like,
I'm
you didn't
still
have a house
feeling-
strapped on you.
still feeling pretty juiced though, because like I still had like that energy from casting match the first time, so it's still like weaning down from that energy spike I had from casting magic. So
But
Desus,
when you
make
say
me a perception check while they're doing this, please.
listen, when you say that,
Gladly.
Vesryn looks at you and goes, yes, I assure you need some rest as well, but I know Jada.
That is a
needs it for sure.
25.
So when the music starts playing, the fireflies get a little bit brighter, and you're laying on the ground like resting, and there's mushrooms on the ground near you, and underneath them they start to glow very lightly, and it kind of illuminates the ground everywhere, and it's pretty.
Well, after everything we went through, yes, it's gorgeous, but it's also concerning. When
Huh?
And it's very subtle under, it's not like major, it's very subtle.
She's just like,
What's up?
you just see her hand just like clamp over the string, and she's like, okay, maybe not now. Oh wait, I think I'm the greatest caster ever.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, it's fine. Yeah, I'm the greatest caster in the world. It doesn't matter.
Or what?
all right, thought you should know.
I love that. What?
tell you guys, the match right here is just tight. I mean, I know some crazy things happen, but I don't know. Something about it just feels good.
Yeah, I think
I
we all
wish
need
I
to
could
rest.
feel good.
Do you need any? So did you want something more? I mean, some more water. I mean, I can always get, have a good story. I can, if there's a couple good reads as well. Just
I just stare up into the sky.
there's no more.
A pet soul.
That could happen to anyone. Okay, like that's an honest mistake. That's
Yes, every day houses fall from the sky.
Well, it technically didn't just fall. I mean, it was planted in an owlbear and then it fell.
I mean, I'm not bored with this adventure life. I mean,
All the
honestly,
time.
I like to read books. Like this isn't what I do normally. This isn't what I plan on doing. I wanted to have a quiet life and just read. So I do apologize. I don't know. I'm not fired. I don't have that thinking sense. I don't know if I ever will. But so I do apologize, and I'm very grateful that you aren't dead, because that would. I don't think I could have managed if you guys did end up dying because of that. So.
Well, if I die, I'd be haunting you. But at least in the future, when I'm not mad about it, it would be a great story. It does sound like a very Sailor Sea tale. Very much so.
I have no use for stories. I will be mad forever.
Well, hold on. I mean, I've been poking fun at Hipley, but he was falling out of the sky. Our magic has been acting quite wonky. He had no idea if we'd be able to bring him down safely. I mean, he was probably just in a moment, correct? Am I right, Hipley? You were just in a moment falling to your own death, panic, and trying to figure out anything that might work. I think we should keep that in mind. I mean, you guys could have cast your Featherfall spell, and it could have very well just as easily have fizzled out before it ever even hit him. And then he would have been dead anyways. So, I mean, all in all, everything worked out for the best in the sense that nobody is dead. There are some injuries, hurt feelings, but I believe that we can move forward, as we have now learned that there's 2 people in the party that can cast Featherfall. So if any of us are falling from the sky again, look to them to see if they see you. Fair enough?
I mean, the way Jada's looking, I mean, I don't
Kill
think.
my bear.
Kill is such a strong word.
You dropped a house on my bear.
I mean, library, technically. I mean.
Are you going to technically my bear?
I mean, I'm just.
But if you want to be technical, it's a library and a house, so interchangeable.
And you're
I'm saying this to Hipley, not to just. It's ain't no Hipley. It's a house and a library. So
Well, either way,
Jesus- Oh, go on.
I was just gonna say either way. As I said before, I understood the thought process. It just really hurt, and I want to sleep.
I'll take the first watch. You guys get your rest.
Yeah, you have all your spells.
No, I don't, because
Oh,
we
you don't?
we never got to rest
rested.
before we
true.
left.
We didn't.
So I'm down several spells, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Though I don't plan on casting any spells right now, anyways. So Blade Song, baby, it's not a spell.
So,
Without
what
a
is
shirt.
what is the sleep order of the group?
And I don't sleep, so I'll be up.
Well, you do
That's
heal.
fine.
You do need to.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
You and I only need 4 hours, correct? I think we both only need 4 hours. 'Cause I'm an elf, and then I think the Warforged only needs to rest for 4 hours as well.
I can't remember. I think it's 6 hours actually.
Is it?
It's like
I can
6
take the
hours
first
of
watch.
inactivity.
Dwin's pretty wound up, I think. Yeah. Thinking she's the greatest caster in the world. There's no
Greatest
time to
caster.
sleep.
Could
Every time you
handle
say it, it
anything.
just makes me think of the Tenacious D.
Yeah.
See, I'm double checking mine because I think mine's 4 hours. I wanna
It's 6
double check.
hours for me.
I want to see if mine's 4 or 6. Let's see here. Racial traits. Trance, 4 hours a day. Yeah, so mine's 4 hours. So I would say, I mean, honestly, I could take one shift. Anybody else who's full can take another shift, and then I guess you could probably take the final shift. Jada can take the final shift since you don't need as much hours as most everybody else. I think we should let Desus for sure sleep the whole time. No watch. And then, like I said, you guys decide who takes what. Like I said, I can take first though.
I'll go whenever. I mean, it's all the same.
Well, Vesryn's going first, so who's going second?
I'll go second.
All right.
There you go.
We doing
So-
3 watchers or 4?
That's just, I mean, probably 3. I mean, I think 3 would be fine. But
Yeah, because I mean, I only need 4 hours of sleep, so I can stay up most of the night.
there you go. I don't need any sleep. We know you're so cool.
I'm
like,
just saying, in the
I
sense
don't
we could probably
sleep,
get
I
down
don't
to
get
3
any
watches.
dreams. Ooh, I mean,
This guy.
I'll be over here enjoying my dreams, like like someone that
Enjoying.
can.
I also only need 4 hours of sleep because
That's-
currently I'm a drow.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So yeah, like, how about you, you, myself, and then Jada? Because all of us only need a few hours of sleep, and the other 2 can get fools. Just
Yeah.
chill.
Really
Sorry,
good.
me and Thesis need sleep. I apologize for tiredness.
So
Yeah.
all right.
Dwin just tries to sleep, but then it doesn't work. This will just stay up.
So nothing happens during the first watch, Vesryn. You get through the evening, no problem. Your time. You
Trance.
can then go into your trance. During the second watch, in the distance, you can see the river is down there. You think you see horses drinking from the water. It's still twilight. It never sets. Never seems to here. And Desus, make me a perception check. Actually, make me a con check.
I thought Thesis. Wait, are you going on watch? I thought we were gonna make it to
No.
just.
I'm con, you say? All right. Not very high. That's a 8.
Okay. So, Cerridwen, the horses are by the river, and it looks like they're not bridled or anything. They look like they're wild, and it's like a herd of them, like 30 or 40 of them, you think.
I guess I'll go check out the horses. Make
You
sure
don't have
that
to.
they're just horses.
And they're all
just
drinking.
keep it-
And they all, after a little while of drinking, they all lift their heads up, and one of them has a horn coming out of the middle of its head, and it looks back at you, and the rest of the herd starts to kind of saunter away, and the one that has the horn doesn't run. It stays where it is. And then it starts to approach. It's still a good distance away.
I pull out my lute and start playing a nice little melody to see if I can coax the unicorn to come closer. Or what I assume is a unicorn.
Yeah, it's the horse white.
It's white. It has dappled gray on its legs and haunches. And when you play, it sort of picks up its pace a little bit as it starts heading closer to you, and the horses turn and start following it.
Okay, she'll call out to the horse. Is it coming to me or is it going away?
No, it's coming to you.
Oh,
Towards you.
okay. Okay, I'll just introduce myself. I'm Cerridwen. Have a name.
And it comes close enough that you can feel its breath coming out of its nostrils. And
Does it
and it
smell like
pushes
horse
its-
breath?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it sort of pushes its head up against you. Not in a bad way, like in a nuzzly way.
I'll let him sniff me and then pet him. Or she. It. Attempt to pet.
And as you're petting it, it walks past you.
Okay.
And into the where the party is resting.
And
the horses just stay kind of back here with you.
I'll walk with the unicorn.
And it walks over to Desus, and it lowers its horn onto the wounds, and then it sort of stays over Desus for a moment, and then it leaps over and heads to the woods, and all the horses, and all of you wake up to the sound of horses rumbling, and these horses just jump over your bodies and through the encampment, and they all go around Cerridwen, and
What just happened?
well, they're still going through. You're waking up and they're rumbling through.
What is going on, Twin?
Wild horses coming through.
I can see this.
Oh, they're just grazing. We'll tell you after they're done. I mean, she has to like shout over the stampede. So
Vesryn,
Are the people freaking out?
oh yeah, everyone's like, whoa! They're all like heading away. Vesryn, the first thing you notice is that Cerridwen looks like a Firbolg again.
Right?
Yeah.
Twin, you're normal. You're you.
she like holds out her head. Oh,
Yeah, and your clothes are like now they're all rolled up tight on your arms and stuff.
yeah. She'll start to just unbutton them. She has pretty loose-fitted shirts anyway.
Yeah.
After the stampede clears, she'll approach Vesryn. The horses were led by a unicorn.
And you didn't wake me?
I mean, it happened pretty quick.
Oh, I've always wanted to see a real unicorn.
They're came over and healed Deezus, I think. And then it took off into the woods.
How did it interact? Was it? I mean, was it just?
It was friendly. It likes music, I think. I got to pet it.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And it walked past me, and it went to Deezus and healed her, and then jumped over and into the woods, and all the horses followed it.
Well, my family always believed that if a unicorn heals you, that it's good luck. So perhaps, Jesus, you'll have some better luck from here on out.
And while you're telling him that, you realize that Taliesin is at a distance, but is watching over here. And he looks like he's in shock at what he had just seen.
Oh. I'll just... After I make sure everyone here is okay, I'll go over to him.
That was a real unicorn, right? That was the real thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Do they follow you around? Do you run into them all over the place?
No, they don't. I don't think so. I mean, I've run into a ghost of a unicorn before. Actually, I believe it's called the Green, but I think that's more of the fact that it was on Elixia, and I don't know why it showed itself to me. Maybe it's because I was just watching. But, I mean, Vesryn's family has a long history with unicorns. It's here.
But he's cursed. Till he lifts that curse, there's no unicorn showing up to Vesryn.
She's just like, we don't know enough about anything to make that sort of assumption.
Okay.
But I mean, a unicorn did show up.
It's amazing. I heard they were just a legend, and now they're not. They're a real thing.
Yeah. I mean, I turned into a drow not too long ago. Those were a legend. So.
Oh yeah,
So
welcome back.
Did he say welcome back to him?
Yeah, you look better this way.
Oh.
You were so bony before.
Well, you know, elves are tiny things. But yeah, I'm glad to be back in my own skin. Did you like talking to your grandma?
Oh yeah, she has a lot of stories. A lot of stories.
She can.
And he looks at you really kind of funny. A lot of stories.
And she's just like, oh, she's like, what is she saying? Not that story, not that one story. You see her eyes just kind of narrow, and she's like, oh. She's never gonna let
Grandma's
me do that
asleep.
one down.
Grandma's asleep.
Sure she is.
It just kind of like looks over at her mom and is
Sleeping
well,
through a
I know
stampede.
stories about her too.
Thesis, when you wake up, you don't feel like you're in any pain anymore.
Ah,
When the stampede comes through, you pop up and all the pain and soreness and injury is gone.
oh, wow, I'm feeling great.
Jada, you wake up to the sound of the horses rumbling through. Everyone else wakes up too.
What the hell?
Oh, not unheard of to have a herd of wild horses run by.
I mean, honestly, after all the stuff that's happened, this is really the weirdest thing that's happened. I mean, all the stuff we've seen, that I've seen in like my short time, you guys have probably seen some crazier stuff. I'm sure this is like probably pretty low on the scale of crazy things to happen.
And Thrangle goes, but the horses were led by a unicorn. And one came over, the unicorn, like, touched Desus or something
I've been touched by a unicorn? Oh,
by its horn.
Is that a
Yeah.
good thing?
Trying to kill her, so
Well, as I was saying, my family believes that if a unicorn
my
hears
bad.
you, it's good luck. So yes, it's a good thing.
huh.
You look better.
I feel a lot better.
That is wonderful.
Blessed by unicorn. That's delightful.
Perhaps we should go back to sleeping then.
Yeah, until another round of horses comes through, or maybe just an animal. Oh,
Well, hey,
We'll see.
if the horses are friendly, maybe we can ride them back. I can talk to them.
Could have.
Dang it.
they're going on.
we can find a way. Which way did they go?
Into the woods.
Oh, let them be free.
Get into the woods.
Like, deeper into the woods. Because you're actually on the edge of the
Yeah,
woods.
see. I'm going to continue resting. He looks all grumpy that he needs.
You mean trancing?
Trance rest. It's a form of rest.
Mm.
And you're not able to rest very well the rest of the night. But you get your rest. You get what you need in.
Right.
Long rest.
Confirm. Bam. Hello, spells.
And the rest of the eve
Burn.
and the rest of the time period you spend resting goes by without any issues. It's still twilight the whole time.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we're not exactly back where we thought we came from. But I'm with Vesryn. I think our best bet is that pillar on the hill. Two of
Well,
them.
I believe Jada was saying before that the ticking they were hearing seemed to be. Was it strongest when we were following the direct path between the two?
Basically.
Right. So Jada, do you want to take the lead then?
Oh, that's a change. Sure. Yeah. Follow me, I guess.
So you all head out towards the mountains, and you have to cross. There's a river that you get to. It takes a good half an hour to get to the water where you need to cross, where it's shallow enough, and you can see it shallow enough. You can see the rocks and stuff under it. It's very clean water, clear. In the water, there's a lot of things that are glowing, like little animals that have bioluminescence. You know, fish and crayfish and things like that all have like edges that glow, and it makes the water have like a bluish glow to it also. And you cross over, Jada, when it happens, while you're in the stream, both of the ticking sounds disappear. Like the moment you put your foot into it.
Whoa.
What is it?
The
What's up?
ticking stopped. But like both of them did. Our ticking and whatever the other ticking is.
Knew going in the water would be a bad idea. We gotta find a way around.
Well-
I take my foot out of the water.
And that you hear the ticking start, continue again.
It's
Maybe,
the water.
but we can find a way around it somehow.
Hipley is the eternal optimist.
Vesryn will step into the water,
Yeah,
Or she
Desus
would-
is curious as well.
Okay.
and then he will dip his arm into the water and then lift it up and cast prestidigitation to like dry off the arm.
Okay.
Is there any side effects from magic?
Make me a percentile roll.
Oh, damn! I was trying to see.
Oh, what happened now was you guys casted magic.
I was thinking maybe her
well.
stepping there was a sign that we're out of that zone.
Suddenly in the sky.
73.
And nothing happens.
You're the worst. I Perhaps this is where we know we can use magic. I don't sense any side effects from using magic here.
I think the river marks the barrier line.
Perhaps.
Maybe it has something to do with being wet. Okay, she's just gonna go in the water herself, and can I get to the other side on the other bank?
Yeah, you can stride across. It's shallow
Yeah,
here.
she goes across.
It's cold, but that's all.
Yeah, and she'll use minor illusion to just see what happens.
And you're doing that while you're in the water, or when you get to the other side?
I'll do that while I'm in the water.
Okay, what's your illusion?
She just makes a fish in the water.
Okay.
Well, it's above the water. There we go. Because
And the illusion happens, and nothing else happens.
yeah, so go to the other side on the bank and make a little butterfly.
And make me a percentile roll.
$56. Oh, 9. Sorry, 59.
Oh.
Is
Never a
it
good
news
sign.
sheet?
And the DM's like, hold on a second, let me see.
You're
Okay,
on
so
And all these vines wrap up around you and around the ground, all around the embankment that you're at, and they surround a 20-foot area, and you are now entangled in them. But they don't reach into the water.
that's like a Desus like,
Uh-huh.
Desus, are you sure you're ready to go? Have you been back in water since that night?
No, not since I had, I kind of tug on my scarf.
I mean, I just don't know. I mean, I don't understand much of what happened, but I mean, I don't know. Are you okay going in the water? I mean, is that gonna be?
I'm sure it's fine. I mean, it confuses me, but I can't say no to water. But Gwen, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm crossing the stream to Dwin so I could help her out.
Yeah, like she's just kind of like
Hacking.
getting out like a dagger with like
Looking at it.
one finger, like
Yeah.
and trying to like saw it.
Yeah, Vesryn will help to cut it. I'll set it on fire from the water with a firebolt. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I'll
safe.
use the dagger to help cut that
That's
magic
safe.
dagger I got.
And you cut Cerridwen out.
Okay, well, I think the water cancels it out. Wild magic.
How high up does the water go? Is it like? It's shallow, but how high up does it
Knee
go?
deep.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my pants, make sure like above like the knee, ain't about being wet. So I'm gonna pull up my pants a little bit. So
Okay.
being damp sucks. I don't want to be damp.
I mean, wet shoes are terrible. So like,
Yes,
I get that.
that's a good point. So I'm taking shoes off too, like shoes up, like going barefoot. Like that is a good point. So just
I'm walking.
all right. So,
Isis just wades through like a champ.
Yeah,
You know,
she's
fine,
got
just-
water.
No issue.
So this water will lead us towards where we need to go too, right? Is it going in the same direction where we're trying to go?
It heads back to the mountain, where the thing is.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well, perhaps we just walk along it, and if we get in a situation, we get in the water. That way, we're not
Mm.
having frozen feet.
well,
Plus
there's
it's
the
easy.
river. Well, I mean, we need to go. Which way do we need to go, Jada?
Towards the mountains. The river goes that direction. So we can,
So Jada knows too, because is it directly with the mountain like Vesryn saying did, or
Oh,
is it?
that's a good question. Does the ticking come back when I cross to the other bank?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I kind of have to be out of the water anyway.
Okay, but if, as Vesryn's saying, if it's going with the river, at least we know if we hit anything, we can jump in and
Yeah.
at least not have crazy
Okay,
magic
so the
surges.
river goes kind of parallel with the path.
Yes, I think so. Right? That's my understanding. It goes parallel with the path towards the mountain.
Yeah. Heading upriver
Okay.
will bring you to the area of the mountain where you think that the thing might be, or at least pretty far along.
Yeah. I mean, I figure if we're walking through the water, it's hard to walk. We'll be slower, easier targets.
Yeah.
Walk alongside it. We can move as fast as we need to. Hop in the water to cast spells if we need to.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good.
And you walk along the water, and you get to where the water starts to get a little bit deeper. You can see it deepens, and you start to hear the sound of water like crashing from up ahead.
that's really loud. Perhaps.
Waterfall?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Well,
And
let's
as you
see.
continue,
Oh my gosh, ropes.
you have a magic couple ropes. You turn a corner as you're coming around the mountain, and there is a waterfall that's falling from a great distance. And above the waterfall, you can see there's a cave entrance with the two pillars on both sides. Can I get perception checks from everyone?
I guess.
Not my worst
Nat
perception.
1.
This one.
Nat 1.
And natural 3, so 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are all bad.
17.
21.
What?
Good.
I got 21.
And I got a 17.
And mine's 23.
Okay, so Desus and Cerridwen notice that the waterfall is coming down, and there's a space between a waterfall and the mountain behind it.
Okay. Look, there's a path behind the waterfall.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Can I see a way to like get to that path? Like,
Yeah, you can go around the waterfall where the embankment around here, and as you get back there, you realize there's a stairway, a very rough-hewn one, but it winds and meanders back and forth, and it's covered in water, and the stairs are fairly small.
That looks dangerous.
well, is there a railing?
No,
No railing. Okay.
but it's up against the wall of the mountain, so you have one side that you can put your hand on.
I mean,
I mean-
dangerous. Yeah.
Well, if we want to try going up the stairs, could always, for those of us with any daggers or anything, we can at least jab them into the stone as we go up to keep us stable.
With a rope, I'm probably not. I'll try to take some of the rope, but that'd probably just drag us all down. So never mind that idea. never mind the
Can you
rope.
turn into anything that could carry someone?
But
and
we'll-
climb?
But we don't know if the magic still does weird things though.
Oh, okay.
Good with the
Yeah,
thorns.
If she does it in the water, she should be fine.
But what happens when they get out?
Well, I would think.
Well,
Well,
already be active.
True.
well, I'll be the first one to do it. I will make sure I'm touching the water. I will cast mage armor on myself since I haven't been able to do that, which I normally do all the time. And then I will step out. Is there an effect on me with the spell that's active in the water once I get out, or is it
Yes,
fine? There is an effect.
it's fine. Yep.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, there you go. Once you cast it, it stays on you.
I think, well, I could either be a bear again. I think that's big enough to carry somebody, or
Oh,
I have seen horses, especially recently. So I can picture a big one.
You ever seen a
I can help
large
someone
spider?
too. Jada, come here.
Well, I don't know of any spiders that are big
Jada, come
enough
here.
to carry
Why?
We'll
I've heard of
just
big
come here.
spiders.
So I'm going
Okay,
to the
okay,
water.
okay. I go,
Fly. Shoulder. Cast Glides. Boop. There we go.
That's one way.
Okay.
You could technically fly us up one by one.
I'll stand in the water and have feather fall ready.
Okay. Yeah. How am I strong enough? I'm pretty strong.
You're
I don't know.
15.
I do have a 15. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna
Carry
see if I can
somebody.
fly people up.
You can one at a time.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
Is Cerridwen too heavy to carry?
I've carried her before.
Okay. I'll let it go.
Oh,
I mean,
after
you're
the-
15.
After the party.
15 is
after
strong.
The party.
15 is strong. You're
I'm real
capable.
strong.
Yeah. That's the hardest one to carry, though.
Yeah. I will save her for last.
But you
So-
get her first, and everybody else is just lighter from there.
That's true.
So when you get the first, who's going up first? Who you bring up first?
Actually, I'll do Cerridwen first.
Get
Okay.
the hard one out of the way.
Get the hard one out of the way. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not hard. You're perfect. You're not heavy. You're my friend. She ain't heavy. She's my friend.
So you carry Cerridwen up, and when you get to the top, there's a platform in front of between the two pillars, and as you get closer, you realize the pillars are carved into shapes of animals, and on them are all these runes and pictograms of scenes and all kinds of different people on them in the pictograms. And Cerridwen, you recognize that some of those runes are in the old language.
Okay. She's going to become very interested in these rocks. Whoa.
And you get dropped off on the platform, or you're on the platform with Jada.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, okay. I'll save this for later, and then she's gonna watch from the ledge if she needs to cast Featherfall.
Yep. So one after another, you're all carried up the waterfall by the flying Jada, and you all end up on this platform. The cave entrance is there behind all of you, and when you come up, the next one that comes up sees Cerridwen kind of looking at the columns that have these animal forms to them.
Trying to sneak peeks at it. Be like,
And all of you get there. No issues.
And the cave entrance is right in front of or
It's a little deeper in, but the platform leads right to it very quite obviously. But the cave is dark.
This is dark for me. Can I see in there?
You cannot see in there.
Not with my dark vision? No.
Nope.
Does anyone have a torch?
I got a lamp. I'll pull out my lamp.
Let's
she'll,
go.
take some notes down about
Of course,
pictographs.
after you're done with that, then we'll go. There's no rush. I mean, time's not really.
Can I
here, I
determine
guess.
what glyphs are on here from the old language? Like what words they represent or ideas?
Yeah, they represent. You can tell that there are stories told here, and the runes tend to represent the magics that were used during the historical moments that are depicted, mythological almost moments, maybe.
Okay, so okay.
And there's a lot, so I'm not going to get into every single one of them.
Yeah, and she'll mention the saga of Mythos, right? The saga of Mythos is talking about this one right here.
No, I'm not familiar with it. Can you tell me the entire saga?
The whole epic. Let's go.
The
Yep.
whole
There
epic.
was this half elf who wanted to unify the world in, and she goes on. Oh, it's a crazy story. He has like 4 friends. They try to resurrect his sister by having like vessels come down and be a part of this ritual. It's wild. Okay, and then she, but these runes represent the specific magics that were used at the time, and they actually correlate to the symbology we use in, it's an ancient Elixian, or is it in
Yes.
our current language? Okay.
No, the ancient Elixian.
It's an ancient Elixian, which is where a lot of languages derive from, and so it's very fast. She just takes down more notes.
Yeah, the pictograms are new. You haven't seen that being used like that, off of anywhere outside of on paper.
Yeah, and
where they're
so
called drawings.
Is there anything you want me to use some charcoal on and kind of
Oh
get a copy?
yes, we can get some rubbings of these, and
While they're getting rubbings, what are the 3 of you doing?
I would like to
Thesis,
check out the
Jada.
cave.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to. That's where I was going.
You guys didn't learn your
Yeah.
lesson with the owlbear? Y'all like,
No.
let's separate the party? Again.
Let's go.
And the intelligence of 9. Let's go.
Yeah, please just,
Thesis.
yeah.
I guess I'll babysit.
Go. 3 amigos. Let's go.
So as you head towards the cave, you get to a certain distance, and the darkness doesn't go away, and then these fires light up on both sides, and there's a huge door in front, and the darkness is gone, and you can tell these braziers are mounted into the stone itself, and the fires illuminate the door.
Question: when they do that,
No.
do we notice that
Oh
outside?
yeah, you see the light from behind you.
If he just looks at both of them like, well, a ways through, so
Please,
just gonna go
please,
open the-
no,
open the
please
door.
wait. Please
Open it.
wait.
Too late.
Open in the
even
door.
now, it's too
Open the
okay,
late.
things are going down. She just
You know that might be
Door.
trapped. There could be a
I feel like-
fireball on that
I feel
door.
like we should knock for. Okay, all right, let's go.
she just starts rolling up the papers.
Jada, make me a
Jesus,
perception
I thought
check.
you were babysitting them.
18.
As you are walking closer to the doors, the timing of the 2 sounds, the 2 clock senses, align and become unified as you touch the door, or you get to the door. Even if you don't touch it, as you get to the door. Oh, it's a big door. It's not like it's like when you get close, you see some runes glow on the door.
I don't recognize the runes.
No.
I'm like turning to be like, hey, Dwin, just as Hipley's like, boom. God,
Oh, we shouldn't
really?
get close to the door. Okay.
Uh,
I'm
I love that.
opening the
Rizzy,
door.
no. And Hipley's like, I'm doing it.
the door's open. I'm opening the door.
Can you make me a wisdom save, please?
I can try. Ew, that's not too bad. Wisdom. Oh, that's actually good. So it's 18 for wisdom save.
Okay, so when you go and push on the door, as it's opening, you hear, Hipley, you are welcome here.
Do I recognize the voice? Or just a voice? Do I
Just
recognize
the
the voice at
voice.
all? It's a voice?
No, just a voice.
All right. And I don't see, so open the door, so it's just dark. I just hear a voice, but I don't see anything inside.
Correct.
What color is the door?
Oh my god, it's a red door. I'm dead. It's like it's red.
No, it's not red. It's actually a white door.
oh, cool.
I'm gonna open the door more. I'm like, it's okay, guys. Apparently, I'm welcome here. So whoever's in there knows who I am. So it's all okay.
That
Like
feels like
they-
a bad thing. That feels like a bad thing.
Open the
Yeah,
door
that's
more.
concerning.
You didn't hear that, Jada, and neither did you, Desus.
Well, he just
Well,
said,
he's
Yeah, I
saying
just
that
said,
he
I
heard
just-
it.
I said, hey, I'm telling him. I'm saying, oh, but they're like, yes, you didn't hear that voice. I mean, it's pretty pretty loud. So
No.
Then they said,
No.
Boys. Jada, what did you want to show me?
These runes, are they still glowing
Yes.
on the door?
She looks at
Do
them.
you recognize them?
Are they Arcana? Because I'm looking at them.
They
too.
are.
and I pushed it all the way open too because I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna walk in.
May I do an Arcana check before Hipley goes in? Push some
I would
doors.
give you and Cerridwen a chance. They've never seen those types of runes except from you guys.
14 on the die plus 7. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 21. No,
21.
yeah, 21. My
So
brain's
that's-
not.
I got
Something's
a natural 20.
Hey!
First
Nice.
20 of the
Yeah,
night.
So that's a 23.
Cerridwen, you know from studying all these runes that rune that is center on the door is some kind of telepathic rune.
Oh, this is teleportation rune.
Telepathic. Mind reading.
Telepathic, sorry. This is the telepathic rune, like sort of what Hipley does, where he talks to us in our heads.
Ah, that makes sense.
Hipley's
So
already
it
in front
makes
of you, though.
sense if he heard a voice.
Going after Hipley. Is he gone?
Oh, he went
I
right
turn
in.
around, he's gone. Like, oh god, Hipley.
Vesryn, we could all just walk
Leave.
away. We could all just walk
Leave her
away.
screaming.
Close the
right
door,
now.
walk away.
We don't have to worry about houses falling on us or traps being set.
No,
anymore.
that's my best friend.
No, I agree. We must go. I was just feeling that.
I heard
everybody's- He said it loud enough for you to hear.
When you step in, Hipley, you see there are columns fading into the shadow in the distance, and the first two columns have fire that suddenly turns on at the base of them, and you can see up on the column more symbology and stuff, like when you got close enough. And the floor is, everything here is hewn out of stone, but the floor is polished. It's like glass walking on it. There's symbols all through it, but you don't recognize them. And,
Oh, nice.
and
Nice
it's
higher Arcana too.
dark right outside where the fire's lit. It just fades into darkness.
So it's just being lit by the fires. Okay, it's still dark, but being
And
lit
then the fires come up, right?
and the
and
beautiful
that's-
kind of glass-like floors.
Yeah.
Oh man, like you have a nice place here. Whoever was speaking to me, it's kind of dark, but beautiful floors though. I've never seen anything like it. Is everyone else welcome here too? I mean, if I'm welcome, I'm imagining my friends behind me are going to be welcome too. Correct?
And who's at the door next?
I would have gone after Hipley as soon as I saw that he was gone.
Jada, you are welcome here. You hear in your mind. Or
Thanks.
maybe it's audio. Who knows?
What was that, Jada? Thanks, huh?
Thanks. I'm welcome too. Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. We should wait for the others.
And what are you doing?
Yeah.
Disa says you babysit.
Well, I saw Jada get in there. I guess Vesryn and Dwin are already at
They're
the.
We're
coming up
examining
behind.
the
Yeah.
door.
We're looking at the door.
All right. Well, you two, wait for a second in there. As Dwin, I guess something's going on.
Yeah, you
Fine
see
in
light
here. Trust me,
inside now.
we're fine. We're not dead. We're good. I think. And
Just don't touch anything.
already touching like the little
Put it
column.
down. Put it down.
Vesryn's gonna walk in next.
Actually, you can't touch the column without getting burned from the fires that wrap
Never
around
mind.
the collar. Column.
I don't touch the column.
Like,
Just-
ah.
oh, okay, I'm kind of hurt, but it's okay.
Sorry.
That's my
I told
fault.
you not to touch it. I really told you not to touch it, and you went and touched it anyway.
It looks cool though.
No, it's hot.
Shh. For somebody who doesn't like dad jokes, you just busted out one.
think Jada
I
meant
did.
that.
Vesryn will follow
Literally.
it next because Vesryn's thinking like if I don't talk to Hipley and let him know not to be walking off ahead, he might set off a magical trap that'll injure himself or somebody else. So Vesryn's thinking like we're dealing with somebody who knows magic and
So
knows
you're
how to use
shoving
it here.
Desus out of the way.
I'm not shoving her out of the way. I'm walking in though. Unless Desus
I'm
is
kind of
going in.
now shepherding, so I have like my long hooked staff. I'm like, okay, let's get everyone in together.
Okay.
Get out of the way, Desus. No, Vesryn wouldn't do that. He'd be very polite and he would like, excuse me, Desus. I need to talk.
Pardon me.
You know magic, get in there.
Vesryn, you are welcome here.
Yes, I'm sure
Are
I
you
am.
here? And then Desus, you are welcome here. And Cerridwen, you are welcome here as you pass the door.
Oh, good.
All right. Now that,
Awkward if
everybody,
you're unwelcome. She like kind of like tucks her notes away.
now that everybody's inside here, let's go over some ground rules. No more opening doors unless everybody's in agreement. We got lucky. It was just somebody talking in our head. That rune could have easily been a very powerful magical trap that could have blown up and killed you. And possibly the others behind you.
Don't shrug. That's really upsetting.
We need to be careful with what we're doing so that we all get out of here alive.
Yeah, you never know. You might just go through a magical cube, be transported to another dimension, and lose 6 months of your life.
Which
Yeah, we still have to figure out how long we've been going.
Which has totally happened to us. So
I was gonna say that
Yeah.
probably had to that.
Yeah, that sounded very
definitely
specific.
happened to us.
so
Hip,
can
Hipley
we all
and Jay,
agree
you
not to-
guys are in front. What are you guys doing while they're talking? Are you waiting for them to finish?
I'm
What are you
still
doing?
kind of itching. I'm still like it's kind of itching, like curious, like kind of looking
I just
down.
have
listening,
Hipley
I'm
by the
looking.
sleeve just to make sure he doesn't touch anything.
But can we all agree on that? I just want to make sure we're all on the same page so nobody gets hurt.
That seems reasonable.
I mean, I'm for exploring it, but we just got to be smart about it.
I agree.
Hibley?
So what
You're the
is
one I really want to hear it from.
So what's the marching order?
Not Hipley first.
I'm going. I'm gonna just want to keep walking. So I'm like,
Yeah, so I guess
Oh,
it's Hipley,
I
Jada.
I can go first. I got the lamp.
Is Hipley going to let you catch up?
See, charges
Well,
ahead.
But you don't need the lamp here.
Dwayne's taller, so Dwayne can
You
probably
have-
reach out to me real quick because I'm not the fastest walker.
There's
So,
light in
yeah.
here at the base of the columns on the inside of here.
Yeah, we don't need the lamp anymore. The torches seem to be lighting up as we're going.
As we
in.
go, it kind of blow. Yeah, it kind of glows.
Okay. And it's like full light. Not
Mhm.
like
It's enough
mean-
that you can see until it fades into the darkness in the distance.
okay.
And I'm
Are
going
there-
to. Oh, sorry.
And you can't see all the way up to the top of the columns from the light, but you can see, which just says the columns are really tall.
And there's no like writing on the wall or glyphs.
Oh, the
or...
columns have glyphs and pictograms all over them too.
She's very interested in the column.
You know, Jada, you told us about the
I told
beats
you
you
they're
had
tight.
before, right?
Two
The what?
columns.
You told us about the beats you had before.
I didn't say that they merged.
No, but so you have told us you had beats
Yeah.
going on, right?
Yes.
How was the beats that you're feeling? Is it silent again like it was in the water? Do we know if magic's safe in here for us to use?
Oh, no. It's one now. They were two, and now they're one.
Good, because I was about to cast something, forgetting about that.
All right.
That is
well,
good.
One beat might mean the same thing. I mean, if it's all in the same thing, that's different than when it was before. I mean, the only way we're going to know is if we try something small now.
I'm
Well-
already doing something. So as a walk ahead, I'm doing detect thoughts is one of my feature bonus. Like one of my features using that one,
Okay.
trying to reach out to whoever spoke before. So kind of just reaching out, detect thoughts.
So
as I kinda
Hipley, you're
walk.
walking forward, you said, right? As
Yep.
you do this. As you go
Can't just
forward,
try to
two more
focus on it.
columns light comes up from the bottom with flames around it. And can you make me a wisdom save, please?
Ooh, listen. Yeah, that's going to be 19 plus 5, 24.
Ooh, ooh.
Okay.
Does anything reach? When I reach out, so using detect thoughts, trying to reach
You
out
don't,
to like.
you don't reach anybody. But you do feel this kind of overwhelming sense of truth here. which is a weird thing.
Truth. Just like an absolute truth, okay.
Something like that. Everyone that's watching him go forward, you notice that he becomes naked for a moment, and everything he's wearing as he passes the second columns stops in midair, and he is just a moment later in a robe, and that's it. And he doesn't notice it.
Whoa.
And everything else is just floating in space where it was between the two columns when he walked past.
This is why I said don't walk ahead. That's fine. We would have walked ahead into it anyways, but this is funny.
So I'm in a robe now, or am I?
You didn't even notice it. You didn't feel it.
What happened?
Instant.
She looks over.
I will try to detect magic without moving forward.
Okay. The whole place is magic.
And
Of various types.
Nothing sets off for me
Nope.
while magic wise?
Nope.
All right, guys. So what he walked through, what am I getting from that? What type of magic is that?
That would be abjuration magic. Not abjuration. Abjuration magic.
Some type of defense magic up. I just cast a spell.
And there's like a
And-
sheen in the air, but in a straight line between the columns and going beyond the columns. That when he walked through, it left everything he had in that space.
Oh my god, my books. I don't know.
It seems like some type of protective spell. I think we are safe to use our magic in here, so far I have no issues. So still use cautiously, but we might be fine. What do we do? He's walking ahead. Do we really want to let him walk in there?
Yeah, let's catch up.
I should be like, hey, play. You might want to look behind you.
And you see all of your accoutrements
Worldly belongings.
floating
You had a fashion
in the
change.
space.
I'm like, make
I
sure
know
I'm
you're
still
a
like
boxer
clothed.
brief kind of guy.
Yeah, we all saw you naked for like a second.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
okay.
That's what you can
we
expect
gotta
going
put
forward.
on
had
this
baths for like a million different times, taking baths
Yeah.
together.
This is true.
Yeah, not a biggie.
True.
All each
Now, his weapons got left behind too, right? Everything got left behind?
Weapons.
Everything.
I don't want to leave my weapons behind.
Well, is this the only direction we can go?
Can we get them back
You
after?
guys, it feels really. I don't know how
If
to
we walk
describe it.
back.
Billy, can you walk back and touch your items? Maybe not necessarily pull through, but are you able to move back towards us if you wish?
Actually, I start walking back.
Yeah.
I walk back a little bit. Yeah, so it's just kind of.
And
I don't know, guys. It feels really just. I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels real. This is gonna sound crazy, but it just feels. I don't know, just like, you ever get that moment of just like absolute, like kind of just full on clarity, like everything just kind of makes sense for a moment. It's kind of like how I feel now. I don't. It's really hard to. I know it sounds stupid. It's really hard to explain, but just. Like just getting that moment of just like everything just seems kind of clear for a second, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if it's dangerous or not, though. I'm not sure, but it just,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, clarity, like truth. Maybe this
Yes.
place wants to preserve its truth somehow, like keeping. I don't know, like it. The magic took your things away, so it took away all of what your outside was and left only you. So maybe this place demands that people. She's just like, she's like, I feel like I'm onto something.
That makes a lot of sense. To look downstairs, opposite and things like that's, like he's like, like he's like just like agreeing, like just like, oh, that actually makes.
We're going.
All right, I walk forward to Hipley.
Okay. When you cross that space, you are, for a moment, unclothed, and then you're in a robe, and everything you had on you is floating in that space there.
Look, we're in a really fancy, establishment. They give you robes and stuff,
Yeah.
It's quite nice. At least they let you be covered.
I wonder if you get to keep the robes when you leave.
Oh, complimentary.
Well,
robes.
Are we
Mine
all
now.
gonna go at once, or
think
should we have
just-
some people stay here, or what are we doing?
I think we should all go together, but
All right.
Vesryn's going to actually derobe himself and fold it up nicely before he walks through because he doesn't want to leave his shit just floating in midair. He's going to put it off to the side, so it's less likely to be messed.
Okay.
Like he's still going to put it in there, but he's going to put it and then walk in. So he's like butt naked. Doesn't even care that you guys see it. Walks right into it.
They've all seen
I'm gonna mage hand and make it all messy. Just kidding.
it. And when you walk through, you are put into a robe as you cross that barrier.
Do you guys feel it too? Do you guys get that?
Whoever
Do you guys-
who came in second was it?
Me.
It was you, Desus. Desus, make me a wisdom save, please.
Sure. I will use this die.
Nat 20.
Wisdom, that's a 14 total.
Okay. And Vesryn?
I rolled a 15.
Okay. All right.
Had a feeling I was next.
Okay, well, she'll just pack her notes away and then just walk through.
And the same thing happens to you. Everything stops in stasis, and then you walk through and you are there. The only thing that doesn't is the chisel. It drops to the ground, and actually the mask drops to the ground also.
Well, the mask was in my bag.
Oh, you're right. It was in your bag. You're right.
Oh.
No. He had it.
That's true.
And
true.
I folded everything
Right.
up and set it down nicely.
Yeah, that's true. You did. But the chisel drops to the ground, and you hear
Even
it.
if it's in my pocket dimension?
Yes.
Just checking.
Huh.
Vesryn will turn around and try to see if he can move it over to his stuff and slide it underneath so it's not just out in the middle of the
Sure.
ground. So, am I able to? Am I able to slide it
Yeah.
over and okay? Just
Jada,
don't want
what are
that.
you doing?
Jada's clutching at their arrowhead. Just looking for maybe the first time, absolutely terrified.
Jada, well, it's okay. I'm gonna walk close to the edge. Come on, just again, it's okay. Trust me. If I'm not dead, and look, I'm the weakest person here. So if I can do this, you're definitely one of the strongest ones we have here. You're
I
gonna
don't
be
care
fine.
about that.
Oh,
Would you guys mind if we just waited 10 more minutes? I'd like to put up an alarm around our stuff in case somebody comes behind us, so at least we know that somebody's coming here.
Oh, sure. We can do that.
Jada, what is it then?
Oh, we don't know what's beyond that.
I mean,
We're
we didn't.
leaving all of our stuff behind.
I mean, we didn't know what happened when we played that song. So I mean, honestly, at this point, but if we're together, I feel like whatever's gonna happen, at least we have each other. I know that's corny. Don't look, but I feel like if we're together, nothing too bad can happen. Especially, but especially with all the stuff that you guys can do, Vesryn his magic, Dwen with her magic and her music, and Desus with all the stuff she can do, which is that cool star form and just
This
does
is
that
all
stuff.
I
And then-
have, Hipley.
No, you have more than that. No, without you wouldn't have gotten here. I've seen. No, you can mess someone
No,
up without that easily.
I mean, this is all I have from where I came from.
Oh, I see. Oh,
I can't leave it behind. I can't do that. What if we don't come back?
oh. But you know what? But yes, it is a piece that's part of your past. But you still. Did they talk about memories that you've gotten right?
Some of them.
You
You weren't there for
Mm-hmm.
some of them.
I wasn't there, but
Yeah, that was
so I wouldn't
Desus
have
and
no
Vez.
clue. True, because I would say I would also say you probably if you have the memory of it, that's more important than the item itself. because that's something that's not going to go away. I don't know if you can remember anything about it, but if you have that memory, that's the item is only just kind of just an item, but the memory is what's going to, you know, kind of remain. But I understand though. So if you don't want to go, if you want to save that, like I get that. So.
Scott, am I able to do the alarm spell first off?
Yes.
I want to put it around our stuff so that nobody can just come in from this way or the other way and just touch it without us
I
knowing.
understand.
Secondly, when I was doing detect magic, did I detect any kind of ill type of magic, any dark magic, any kind of evil presence, traps, or anything like, you know, like
No.
explosive? Jada, I was listening while I was sort of. I know you're concerned, and I am as well. I do not like to leave my items behind either, but. And again, this is all guesswork. But if this place was, if whoever was here was meant to harm us, I highly doubt they would have greeted us. And I highly doubt that this is the type of magic we would have met. So far, I've only really detected like protection magic on this place. Like it's a sacred location, sacred site. I get the feeling that this isn't some place where we're going to find somebody that's going to just outright kill us. I'm sure that doesn't ease your mind, but I'm not getting that sense from this location. I don't have a sense of dread.
And
I
if we're
usually always do.
transported somewhere else again.
Well, I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. We need to find why we're here. What is this place? We won't find that sitting here. We won't find that out there. And we have all those other people to get home.
A lot of people to lug up here.
Well, I don't think this is the way home. I think we'll find our answers here. But if you wish to stay here, I have an alarm spell around all of our possessions, guarding it, and you can run it as well.
No, I can do this. Just give me a second.
No worries. If you want, you can put it with my stuff over there. Just set it underneath my robes. Hide it away. You don't want it out in the open.
Jade, I don't think I ever asked, but so where is that piece from, or when did you first come by it?
It was made for me. In Zakor. I was part of the Golden Guard. I was the attendant to His Royal Highness, Crown Prince. I've lost everything else. But this has been with me for a very long time. But that part of my life is over. And we can only go forward, so.
Once it's over, it's just continuing. You know, it's not, the story is not done. It just it's on to the next chapter. So it's just continuing.
I'll step through the wall.
But before you step through, like
Boom.
Cerridwen says, well, hopefully you won't lose it, but after joining us, look what you gained. She gestures to everyone.
They dropped a house on me yesterday, but okay.
Library.
I mean, there's nothing like true friendship like house dropping. So.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey,
that
we got
is
to share
bonding.
that. We got to share that.
I will say this: he dropped the house on you, and you didn't kill him. If that
Library.
doesn't say that you're his friend, I don't know what does.
Cerridwen, did you make a wisdom save when you walked through?
No.
Can you make one, please?
That's a 18.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the one to fail it.
No, come on.
Don't say that.
Do it.
Okay. Yeah, I walked through the wall. I guess I got to do a wisdom save.
Yes.
Okay.
Does her metal fall off?
The metal.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
been wondering, like, will their metal like fall off or just their like green robe?
What if we slide a metal dagger in somewhere? Does it like come through with her, like it thinks it's part of her, or like
Just open up the chest cavity.
can you store these daggers in there? All right, cool. Let's
Hey,
go.
welcome, Waffles, Maple Syrup. Both of
Hey.
them.
Hey.
Thank you for the
Come
raid.
around often.
And as you cross, whatever you were wearing gets stuck in the stasis, and you're in a robe on the other side. And the lights on the columns in front of you light up again. And between them, there's a little trough with water running across it. And right next to it, there is what looks like maybe a block of soap.
Okay.
And a
Well,
cloth.
I can put two and two together. And she goes and starts
Yeah.
washing her hands.
Bath time.
Guess cleanliness and all that.
Let's cleanse ourselves of all worldly sins, maybe. I don't know.
But do you guys feel what I'm talking about though? That I'm not crazy, right? You guys feel that vibe, that
Yes.
Actually, you do.
Yes.
You feel a
Yeah.
a place that feels honest.
All right.
See?
It's weird.
You see, I
Does-
told you. It's
Is the soap or water magical?
Yes,
What am I sensing from it?
abjuration.
The water and soap is also magical.
Um,
Defensive magic.
I'm smelling it.
I'm lathering up. Well, that is okay. Well,
I think it might protect you from falling houses, even.
No, nothing
No,
to that.
I'm kidding. I'm
you
kidding.
can't stop the power of knowledge.
I think we all clean ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you finish and you
Does it
cross-
smell like anything weird? Like, what does the soap smell like? Is it any kind of? Is it very fragrant or kind of?
It's fragrant.
Something.
Brimstone.
Flowers. It's very clean smelling, but not septic.
So not brimstone.
No. And then as you go forward again, more columns, the fires wrap the columns on the bottom and light up the room. And each one of these columns is in the form of animals, but has the pictograms and runes on both, wrapping them all the way. And as you keep walking, it seems to go on for quite a ways. And then in the distance, as the lights come on, you see just this little bit of form up ahead of you. It's not enough to really tell what it is, but it's not moving. Maybe it's a statue directly ahead, but pretty high up.
Hold on. How long have we been? Wait a second.
Oh, never mind. I wouldn't dissipate already. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long is
I'm
it
gonna
taking us to get here?
You don't know. It's been a good walk to get to the end.
And so we just see like what looks like a statue in front of us.
Maybe there's a little bit of form that you can see just on the edge of the light.
Well, I'm gonna call it vocally, be like, "Excuse me, are you the one who welcomed us?"
And there's no response.
Is
Talking to a rock.
is my detect magic still up?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Do I sense anything from that figure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to talk to you telepathically with my features. I'm gonna try to reach out to like that. If we share a language that we understand.
Be careful. That statue is whatever that figure is, statue or person. There is a magic coming from it. Abjuration as well.
Various kinds of magic.
The various types of arcana attached to it. Could be a golem. It could be person or trap.
About to find out, so I'm gonna reach out and see if I can kind of communicate telepathically.
Do your thing.
And when you do, you hear, "Welcome, Hipley. You and your companions are safe here. But the figure doesn't move up in front of you, whatever it is, the statue or whatever.
Are you going to be greeting us? I mean, you've been talking to us, and we definitely appreciate everything. The robe, the soap was so nice. Such a lovely scent, and just the whole feeling of the place. Are you going to be making or going to make your acquaintance anytime soon? Because we would love to meet you, whoever you might be.
And there's no more response.
Well, they thanked us for. Well, they said we're safe here, all of us at least. That's all. That's all I got. So at least we're safe. What it's worth. I mean, that's
All right.
It's
Seemed pretty
always nice
reassuring.
when a strange voice tells you in your head that you're safe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so
Stuff at the
cool. It's
door.
like yes.
Safe or welcome.
leave your weapons and everything. Just come on in.
You're safe. You're
Yeah.
fine.
I think
It's
they
okay.
said they had candy for us too. So we're still.
Is that a van? No. No,
So, I'm gonna walk forward. I'm gonna trust
All
him.
right.
Like Kipley's feeling trusting, so
Okay.
he's feeling it.
And
Bezra's
you
letting
cross,
him walk ahead.
and you cross the next column, and the lights come up, and in front of you, you realize that form you saw was the face of a lion, and it's huge. It is up on an altar. That the altar is taller than you are by a good, probably twice. And when you get that close, the lion, you don't realize it when you first see it, but wings open up to the sides. And it has this blue and gold frame to its mane.
Is it?
And then
I
another
recognize
set
it?
of columns.
Do I
You
recognize
the gold blue
the
pattern.
coloring? I thought because I saw something similar on like a book that we had way back when.
You also
Calling
noticed-
card.
That
Also
calling
your-
card.
Calling card.
It's on your
yeah.
staff.
Well, yeah, the staff. Yes.
and your staff.
I don't. Yes, we don't speak about the staff anymore. We don't speak about the
First,
And-
they saw that.
And when all the lights on the columns light up here, you hear in a half-spoken, half-roar, I am Zara Makaram Binte Babaziza. Have your travels been productive, Hipley?
Do we all hear that?
You do. It's vocal.
Whoa.
I just look back at everybody like, see if they all heard something too. Just okay.
Knows your name.
It's speaking to you.
Oh, yes. What was your name again? I'm sorry. That's my years.
I am Zara Minkaram Binte Bab Aziza.
Yes, Zara. My travels have been. They've been. Honestly, not the greatest, but thanks to this group of people that have been looking over the travel with, I've made it. So they haven't been very good at all. I mean, we've almost died a few times. Some crazy things happened, but we've made it. So I mean, that's the most important thing, I think.
Were you not told that some words were worth dying for?
Yeah, and I don't know if I agree with it anymore. I think some people, I look back, are worth dying for. I mean, words are important too. I assume you know, I love books. I mean, but I think the people are what's worth dying for, more than anything. But
Zafira Adid Arz Al-Zaman has been attentive to your progress. Have their gifts been useful?
thinks about it. Yes, they have been. They have been very useful. They've come in quite handy. Saved me, and saved us a couple times.
Yes, they seem to catch him when he falls.
And
Yes.
then it lifts itself from its resting pose, and it leaps down in front of all of you. And it's 18, 20 feet tall. And it goes back to a resting pose to bring its face down to your levels. And the Elder Sphinx, your patron, can be found in the desert of Katas, but you are not their primary concern at the moment. And it looks at you, Jada, and it gives you what looks like a little golden pin. It puts a little golden pin out.
What's this?
You will need that at some point to protect your friends and yourself from Nyos. It will also bring you much pain and discomfort. So choose the time as wisely as you are capable of.
You're not really selling that very well, just saying. That's not...
What is this thing?
Hipley, what has a heart but no other organs?
Gosh, I suck at riddles.
Cerridwen, Vesryn, and Desus, can you make me an Arcana check?
Heart, but no organ.
First for Desus, I will use
Woo, that's 11.
23.
natural 20.
Hey!
Hey, for 22.
Desus, racking your brain as you go through this, you know what this is from legend. It is something called a sphinx. But you've never seen one or heard of anyone ever seeing one.
This is crazy.
And they love riddles.
Can I make an intelligence check? Because I'm like, darn. But it's a heart, but no. Is this like a group? Is this like a group? And can we like, I can collaborate, right? And I do know the answer. I just want to make sure that, these guys here, make sure that they know too. So
That riddle is not from me or for today. That's the riddle when you meet your patron. You should have your answer ready.
ooh. So what has a heart? But what was that for one time? What has a?
What has a heart but no other organs?
What happens if I get it wrong? Is he gonna be? Or are they gonna be? You just I mean, yeah.
Zafira Al-Zaman requested that I answer the questions you have before you are off to do your whatever it is you will do next.
Good. How can we save everybody? How can we get everyone back to where we need to go? There we go. I think that's the most pertinent question that we have. How can we?
Yeah, back to wife.
There are multiple ways, although you do have one tool on you that could do it. But beyond that, as you travel the Feywild here, you may look for passages to the to the material world. You will see them in places where the worlds seem to be a passage.
Could you give us like a?
But you must
maybe
be
to save
careful,
us?
because if you do so in the wrong place, you will cross the wrong barrier and you may end up in the Shadowfell.
Have I heard of the Shadowfell in books or anything like that? Was that name ring a bell to me at all, or no?
I'll let all of you have an Arcana check. I mean, you probably never heard of the Feywild, but maybe you have.
Natural one.
15.
Nope.
19.
8.
So, Vesryn, you've heard of the Feywild, but not the Shadowfell.
Damn. What was that? 19 too.
That's
That's some cryptic shit right there.
Can we tell if we're going the right way?
traveling through shadows to where you think you need to be will only get you where you wish not to be.
So avoid shadows.
And if we ask for a map, I mean that's probably going to be out of the question. I mean, or a hint of like maybe it's a general direction.
Is
You cannot make a map of the portals between the worlds.
Player question: do we know who Zafia Azalon is?
No.
Yeah, I was like.
But it did
That's
say
new.
that was Blake's patron. It said your patron.
is my mother or other people who
Explode
were
it.
taken in the Ascension, are they here in the Feywilds?
You are midway between your world and where they are.
Do we know where they are, what it's called?
You can only get there the way that I told you you should not go lightly to.
They're in the shadows?
They're in the shadows that Karos created in the trap on Elixia.
But if I find one of these places and I go in there, I could potentially find my mother.
And you could also find yourself lost forever.
Yeah, so you don't gotta do it. I'll go with it. I'm pretty sure we're all gonna go with that's fine. It'd be worth it. I mean, it'd be yes, we may be lost forever, but I mean, they can be worse if you don't try. You know what? If that makes sense. I mean, if they're still alive and they're out there. If Tahana was still, there's a chance I could see her. I'd, dang well, I'd go through whatever, rip up any book I had to try. So, if you want to go, I'm just saying, I'm down.
I can't ask you to do that.
It's
If
fine. You don't have to. I'm just gonna go.
I go where you go.
if we were to leave here and go on the mission that is
Bless
in
you.
front
Bless
of
you.
us, the route that is sort of destined, per se,
Nothing
Will I
is
have a-
destined.
will I have another opportunity
I like that answer.
to come back and find her? Is there another way to get there?
There are portals to both the Shadowfell and the material world in many places. They overlap in some ways. You have
Would it-
experienced an overlap.
Yes. I'm assuming the item that we can use to take us out of here immediately would be the chisel, correct?
That is not true. That is not the case.
What
Not the case.
what
The
item?
mask.
The mask is a very dangerous proposition for any of you.
Yes, we know. But is that the item you speak of?
It is not.
What? Can you tell us what is the item that you speak of?
I cannot. And it lifts
Okay, we
itself
can-
and it starts kind of walking and meandering around the columns around you.
I mean, we can tell them all the items we have. Eventually, we have to hit on the item. I say like quietly to everybody.
Well, is it physical? Like a physical item that we have?
I mean, what could it?
To his
And-
staff.
And you would do well to learn
Oh.
from. And you would do well to learn as much as you can from Talaeth before you let her go. She is a fount of knowledge in ways that you can't imagine. But to learn anything from her will cause her pain. But it will be better for her in the end. I'm sorry to tell you.
This is coming out of left field, but is this place we're at? We're in the Feywilds. Is it hard to get to from other places?
Once you know how, you can find places to cross. Cerridwen, you will learn how soon enough.
So like,
You are connected, and you and Desus are very well connected to this world. Vesryn to a lesser degree, but also.
Okay, Jada, we don't have to go. It's lame anyways.
Do you know how to destroy a hag orb?
You've destroyed hags already. Why would you need answers from me for that? Oh, the orb. I'm sorry, the orb.
The orb. The orb.
Ah.
Knight had made by one.
A magic item can be destroyed. It is glass after all. It's just harder to destroy. You need to be careful in loosing that magic, though. And that orb has no hag attached to it. So it doesn't come with the risk that it had before. But
So
another hag
is
that
it
does attune will create that risk again upon you.
So as long as we keep it from hags, it won't be dangerous?
Correct.
Oh. It's just like, oh, okay. Here she was thinking she'd have to huck it into some volcano or something.
Yeah.
Like, gotta get rid of this thing.
Nope.
Oh.
You've been here quite a while in the Feywild. You should make a decision soon so you don't let too much time pass.
Do you just live here? I mean, is this just, have you crossed between? Or is this just, your...
I exist on all of them at the same
Is-
time.
Is the place that we know as Reveus in the Shadowfell? Is that where it is?
No. Reveus
So
was
it's-
torn asunder from this world by Nios's companions trying to create a world without gods. And they succeeded until recently.
We know who Nios is. I can't remember off the top of my head.
You know the name. You know the name as the Eye of the Witches. And
That's right, Nios.
apparently is
yeah.
from the Eye.
So they succeeded. So the world was this one was without gods for
a time, or...
No,
When you
there-
say
the world you came from,
Reveus.
Reveus,
Was...
in their tongue, Ravis, was torn from this world, creating a schism between the gods, and they shut the world off from the gods that were here and stole their lands. Cuchulainn lost his patron in the god of the celestial beasts.
Who's Cuchulainn?
An elder of the old world, the Fey world. A lord amongst them. And the original defender of Elixia.
Is my family cursed? Am I cursed?
Oh.
You're not cursed at the moment, but time will tell. You and your family, that decision is on you.
On me or my family?
The decision to accept the curse is upon you.
Accept the curse. But you said I'm not cursed.
You are not. Neither is your family at the moment. But you
How-
can make a decision that will unleash the curse again upon you and your family.
What curse was... I'm sorry, Vesryn, if I ask, but what curse was a... Do you know, Vesryn, what curse they're talking about?
Taliesin Thrangle said that my ancestors were cursed from the mask. Well, not the mask that we've had, but
A different...
another mask.
Well, then I have the absolute most faith that I know that you're not gonna. Like I truly believe you don't have anything to worry about. I don't think, I can't see you of all people going down anything like that. So
Well,
I mean, come on, you know yourself. I mean, there is no way. Come on, guys. I mean, look, I mean, I feel like everyone here will agree. We,
Yeah.
if a situation came up to where I'm forced to make that choice, would that choice curse me and my family, or just myself?
I cannot tell that future. There are too many variations that would come. It could
But is it-
it could be you and your family, or only you.
Do you know if Kuhulain is in league with the hags that we fought?
Ku Lane has been fighting against the hags and Nyos for, in that world's time, 10,000 or more years.
what was cool? Did you say what cool? What were they? What kind of being was Kulian? I think. I don't know if you already.
An elder of the Fey
Oh.
world.
Elder. Okay. And that's just like a. Is that a humanoid or is that?
Some
sorry,
would
I
call
bet
them Eladrin.
I've never heard of that before.
Books.
Hmm. I was like, actually, yes, that's where.
There are stories of Eladrin. They are the rulers. Not rulers isn't really the right word. They're the elder Fae that often decide what will happen in the Fae worlds. They're often seen as gods. They don't think they're gods, but they're often called on by gods and not called to service, but requested for service. And sometimes they give and sometimes they don't.
I have a personal question. If you may know. I don't know. What kind of half-elf am I?
Your mother is a Nereid.
Yeah.
An elf of the sea, if elf is the right word.
And you said is, right?
I did.
It just kind of looks at these, just kind of smiles like, well, I mean, then I think that, I mean, is means it's present tense, so oh my gosh, that's, well,
Do you know where Jesus' mother is?
You do need to continue on. The time is getting tighter and tighter for you, and I don't wish you to be gone for so long that your windows of opportunity become narrower. Jada, I will say, when that pin is used, you should make sure your friends are around you. You will need them.
one last thing is my patron like, what did they say he's did they say they're Sphinx, or no? Like we because
He is the Elder Sphinx.
okay, so there, so my patron's a Sphinx as well. Okay, that's good to know. At least I won't be shocked.
Not
I guess
a Sphinx, the Elder Sphinx.
the
I
elder
am a
Sphinx.
Sphinx.
Okay. So he's okay. So I assume they're very just so top. So they're like there. So you're here and they're like there. Okay.
I think you've read one too few books.
Oh.
Ow.
Okay, we're out. Okay.
Um,
And it turns and leaps back up onto the altar. And as it gets into its position, it seems to turn to stone.
Well, I
That's-
guess it's out of the answering mood.
At least we got some answers. So we got to go to the Shadowfell, of course, because we got to make sure that your people are okay. We definitely have to find Thesis' mother wherever she is. And hopefully, got to make sure that Jay doesn't use that pin because it does not sound. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be good in a pinch, but let's see if we don't have to. Yeah, because that doesn't.
It's something involving Nios, which we've heard a little bit from Taylor about them.
Yeah.
They should ask her more.
I'm gonna walk up to Vesryn, put my hands on his shoulders, like look him in the eyes, like, Professor, you can't really think. I mean, you really think you would succumb to some sort of like curse like that? I mean, you of all people think you're gonna.
I don't think I would succumb to a curse, but I think if it came down to saving any of you or my family, and the only option was that, then yes, I would gladly give in to that.
And the fires around the column start to dim. The fire goes down
We should
Okay,
leave.
we're leaving. Okay,
And we'll
buddy,
talk
we're
and
getting
walk.
out of here. Okay.
Hey,
so-
hey, we can take a
so-
hint.
I appreciate you saying going to the Shadowfell, but I think for now, with everybody we have,
I can just drop a library on someone, okay? Like you don't gotta. Push comes to shove.
no,
That library, like you don't have to
There's-
worry. I got this, okay?
there's too many other things in motion.
I know.
As much as it pains me, we need to get these people home.
Yeah, let's go in steps first.
Well, the
Let things.
The Sphinx said that Dacis and I are both connected to Feywild, and that seems to be the bridge between places. So there's a good chance we'd be able to get back. We go to the Shadowfell.
I'm just thinking this might be the best time, though, best chance. I mean, because we have to find it somewhere else. I mean,
I
that's
will
something I
find
was
another
thinking.
chance. We'll use your
Okay.
library. I will reach out to my sister. We will find the other way. There's another way.
To get them home first.
We have to get these other people. I cannot risk other people from my own wants.
I don't know.
Oh yes, I didn't think we were going to. I mean, I thought if we went, I didn't say we bring them too, but I get that though. It's a good point.
I won't feel comfortable just leaving these people to go with, unless we know that they are home safe. And the Sphinx said that we're running out of time. The longer we're here, the Shadowfell will probably be the same way. It might put other things in a bad situation.
Yeah.
So, trust me, I want to be selfish, but it's not the right call. My mother wouldn't forgive me for it.
I wouldn't say it's selfish. I mean, it's no different than doing like the song, but I get it. I understand.
It's selfish. If I was to choose,
And the first column's fires.
We're walking like
Turn
I'm
out.
not
We're
sure.
walking, yeah.
We're
Okay.
just jogging. We're
And we're
jogging.
Go to a
walking,
power
talking.
walk.
we've been talking and walking this whole time. So
As you pass the columns, the fires go down and then out
Keeping
until
this
you
road.
get to back to your clothes. What
Does
do you
the
do
road
when you get back to
disappear?
your clothes?
Step through immediately
Yeah.
Step through to what?
Is
to
there-
the other side. Are they still floating in midair?
Yes.
Okay, well, I go to the opposite side of it. If it doesn't immediately appear on my body, I'll just undress.
So when you walk through the barrier, the robe disappears, and for a moment you're
Oh.
nude. If you walk into the clothes, they're on you. If you don't, they just drop to the floor.
Okay.
It's up to you how you want to do it,
Well, I walked into my clothes.
which is totally cool and fun.
Yeah, I walk into mine too.
Vesryn walks out and slowly gets dressed, hands Twin the chisel.
She's like trying really hard to like hide the fact that Vesryn is naked. She's just like, this is normal. This is perfectly fine. She's like, yeah, chisel.
Vesryn, make me a charisma check.
Hey, a natural 17.
Hey.
Check. It's +2, so 19.
He's got a nice stride when he goes through.
Yeah. Full of confidence. Oh.
Confidence.
Whoa.
That's funny.
We should get going.
You see Jada lovers. You see.
And while you're there dressing, you hear, Thrangul, you are not welcome.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try to follow.
Why is he not welcome? I asked that to the voice.
I'll answer
No,
up.
there's no
Brangle, we're
answer.
coming. So stay at the entrance.
No response when she yells that?
No.
I guess
I'm gonna take my stuff and I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run to the entrance because she's like, I know what teenage boys are like.
He's gonna Hipley.
Make me a perception check as you get near the doorway.
That's not a 20. 23.
Oh, that's good. And off to the side, you barely can see a little bit of the form of Thrangul in the shadows. And he's totally still up against the wall.
I'll use my. Can I close the distance within 6 seconds?
Yeah. You're
Okay,
you're not that far. But he was hidden really well. Like, really well.
I'm just gonna mess with him a little bit. I'll use hidden step, and which turns me visible, and then I'll like go up next to him and be like, "You're pretty good at hiding."
When you say, "Oh damn," and you see that in his hand there's a small, like a tiny knife, and a wrapped up cloth bag.
And she's just gonna like look at him and like, "What are you doing?"
There's always valuables in places like this that you can acquire and sell on the market.
And she's just like, "Oh,
It's just an old place. There's obviously nobody's living here.
She's just like, these places are also typically dangerous. Besides that, she's just gonna like reach into her like bag of gold and just be like, I can show you different ways to get money. And then she's just gonna like open her like purse and be like, so you're my son.
Wow. How did you get that? You live in the wilderness. Are you a gambler?
No.
Yes.
Kind of. You gamble with your life when you go out and do this shit.
Well, I mean, not in the traditional sense, but let's discuss this later. And she's like, I won't let you. You don't need to worry about money.
These places often have like pockets of gems if you can find the right way of getting to them and things like that.
I mean,
and they're
you're
very
not
valuable.
Wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I did get a number of this gold from a cave in the wastelands next to a worm, but
See, these places are just loaded. If you can get in them.
they're also dangerous.
I
So
love
we're
this
gonna just. I was like, okay, look, you clearly want to do this, so I'll have to train you a bit before you can go out. So let's go.
I mean, I have been trained to do this.
And she's like,
But I would love to. But I'd love to learn any new skills or techniques you have to add to my repertoire.
She's like, what do you mean by this?
No loot.
I mean, my friends and I, we would. I'm not sure I want to tell you, Mom.
Oh, gosh.
It's like,
Oh, man. This is... Yes.
she's just like, okay, well, let's just go back to the cab for now. Trust me, there's
Alright.
nothing in there. You might, it was like, believe it or not, we actually,
Did we
Yeah,
catch
we
up
didn't-
near
it's
any
like
of
we
this?
didn't
Yeah,
find
do we-
anything in there.
As you
Do-
guys are
do we
coming
hear
up,
any
you
of this?
probably hear the end of it a little bit. Enough that you kind of get the gist of what was happening.
We need to really get going because the person that lives here wants us out and on our way.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's somebody.
and
Wait, there's somebody living here
Yeah, so it's a
Yes.
giant,
in this
like,
old
cat
junky
thing.
cave.
Yeah, you don't know. Let's
Yeah,
not call it a junkie cave. He's choking, obviously.
I mean, you really
Obviously it's
don't
a
want to
joke.
accept things.
Mm.
Wait a
so
second.
you should-
Fangirl, how are you seeing this?
Thing.
Well, because we see it with beautiful pillars with glyphs and burning braziers. Is he on the outside
Oh.
on the other door? Like on
No,
the other
he's,
side?
he's inside.
Side?
It's-
Okay.
It's a cave with. It looks like there's a path kind of going through the middle, but you got to stay out of the middle whenever you're trying to sneak into a place.
Wait, what are you doing here? Wait a second. What?
And you notice the little
You-
dagger and the bag like in his hand, and he puts that.
You
he,
left
like,
your
he hides them.
grandmother.
He hides them.
Well, to be fair, she can handle herself.
You?
Tried to
What-
guilt him.
She's just like, well, I mean,
She's
All
tough.
right.
You were trying to. Whoa. All right. Well,
I mean,
I mean,
I've looted my own places. So I can't really scold him for it. So
You should consider, though, what your mother was saying. These places are dangerous, and perhaps you came in after us. And what if you set off a trap that killed all of us?
Well, then I would have tried to save you, but really, I came here. I was to follow you to find out where you were going, and then I realized it's a loot cave.
Insight check.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm looking at him. I'm curious because we had said for everybody to stay there to keep an eye on the people, and then he just happened to follow us here.
well, did we tell the people that? Because I feel like we just kind of left really quick.
we kind of just left.
We're just
No,
like,
remember I
hey, peace,
said, leave
everybody.
your mother
You said
here-
for them to
your-
stay.
I suggested to leave your mother and Thrangle here so they can keep an eye on the camp and protect them. And then he came
With
after
Bang.
us. Yeah, with Bang.
That's right. Yep, you're right.
18, 19, 20, 21.
He seems to be telling the truth. And he did something that teenagers would do.
Yeah.
Stood done teenager stuff.
Well, I'm all for adventure and finding treasure, but we should coordinate next time. So that way you don't put yourself in danger. We don't.
Wait,
you don't
are
put
you?
us in danger.
Oh, damn! Are you a gang also?
Yes. Yes.
For the
I didn't
book
want to.
club.
I didn't want to say anything.
We're not a
I didn't- I didn't,
gang.
I didn't
We
want to
are
say
a
anything.
crew.
It's okay, Vesryn. We can.
A
We
crew.
don't have to lie
It's called
anymore.
the book club.
It's a gang.
Oh no, that's
We're-
not good. I mean, I
we're the-
like books, but that doesn't sound tough. People will pick on you for that.
We're
And
probably
then
they
they will
can
die.
certainly
We are the-
try.
we are the
They'll
toughest.
die.
we're probably the toughest gang in this place.
I mean,
so-
it's not a big deal. I just
mean-
came in to see if there's any treasure in this old cave. That's all. It's,
Yeah. That's
It,
fine.
wouldn't you check out an old cave that looked like it could have?
Well, of course.
know,
as
some
we
loot.
said,
honestly, no. Honestly,
No, not really.
I
No.
will.
I came here
Oh.
for the glyphs.
But there's no saying.
our
curiosity
gang
kills a
doesn't.
cat,
Our
so
gang doesn't do that. Our gang, we're a lot more.
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
here.
we do more dangerous stuff than that. Looting was so.
We're more like,
Hit stuff.
I'd say we're more of like an anthropological crew. Because we often go to these places and do a bunch of research and discover ancient sites and
And
things.
sometimes we gotta pin witches to doors with weapons, things like that. Because we're a gang too. So when we do that kind of stuff,
Let's get back to everybody, please.
Oh, all right, all right.
Yep, Jesus speaks.
And he heads out,
we need to speak with
and he goes out and before all of you
tell
in front,
what's her name?
probably shoved out by Cerridwen.
Talaith.
Talaith.
Talia. That's gonna be a fun conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only reason she spoke before was because I did suggestion on them.
Mm-hmm.
That way it made it easy so that if they ever had to say anything, it's, well, you were spelled. You can, fuse.
What do you think? What do you think he meant by cause her pain? Like the truth is going to.
Could be anything from harming her family to her feeling actual physical pain. Perhaps.
More like the truth being revealed to her will cause her pain, personally.
I mean, it
But
could be a
no, I
lot
could
of
be wrong.
Oh, so like emotionally, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll find out soon when we ask a
Who
question.
told you this
Certainly.
stuff?
who's what?
Who
Well,
told
we
you
were
this
talk-
stuff?
Oh,
But we went in and we met a sphinx. And
I don't know what that is, but it sounds
it's like
kind
some
of
cat
interesting.
creature. It's like, do you still have that card with us? Or no, it's probably in a
Um,
book somewhere.
do I think you have it, or do we leave it
Do
in the
I
library?
thought we had it. I think one of us has it. I want to say because it had the card, the name that we needed. So I feel like I want to say one of us does have it.
It definitely is on one of us.
I thought,
But who?
Yeah, it's
who
on one
found
of
it?
So we all check our pockets. At one
I
time.
may have been the
well-
last one to hold it because I remember when the house was first summoned, I like threw it right in front of Hipley and be like, "Look at the colors."
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, you probably have it.
Jesus, do you have that card? Do you want
Yeah. I pull out the calling card.
to? It's that thing. It's a giant, like
Got a little
giant.
It was
draw
like
artwork
20
here.
feet tall,
Wow, it looks like a lion with bird wings.
Yep.
Yeah,
but
pretty-
really big.
That seems dangerous.
And
And it
sounds
talked
like-
to you.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
riddles though, not very clear. Just kind of.
Oh, sphinxes
Yeah,
love
wow.
riddles.
Oh.
Yep.
That's
I really
It's
don't
lovely.
believe it.
Did you challenge it to some riddles?
no.
Okay,
No.
Hipley
We
won.
That would have
should've.
been cool.
Like we should have looked at him.
Dang. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good. Darn it.
How am I
Oh,
gonna
hey,
get
now we.
down? Sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna bring. If I do see him, I'm gonna bring a riddle to mind. Be like, hey, answer this riddle. There we go. It's gonna end well. I'm gonna think of. You guys gotta help me think of a riddle when we get back. Okay.
We also got to figure out that answer.
I think it's a
Come.
tree.
It could be a deck of cards.
Oh, that's true. Because I
Has a
mean, trees
heart.
have heartwood, so it has a heart.
I'm
Or
not
you
worried
take
about it.
the
When the time
songs have
comes,
heart.
the answer will come. I'm not worried about it.
And he
Could
starts
be a lot of things.
going down the stairs. Threngul, I mean.
How far is the top to the bottom?
Pretty far. It's a good walk. Make me a perception check.
Could we jump
Cerridwen.
off and feather fall down?
See why not?
Oh my gosh. Well, that'd be
28.
fun.
20. Threngul's walking is really quiet.
She like takes a minute. She expects him to be like clumsy because teenagers are like
Yeah. But he's
they're kind of
not.
clumsy. They're not used to being in their own tall bodies, and he's really nimble. So she-
Yeah.
The reason I asked about the height is like, can I just like tie the rope off at the top and then like?
No, it's further
tall?
down
Okay.
than that. Yeah.
All right, then we're just gonna try to not die. Go down.
Okay. Can I get
We can't do
dex?
spells, right? Can
We
we,
don't
do,
have to-
Can
Consciously.
it just
can we do
yeah?
spells inside? Well, in this area, does Jada still feel like
You
we're
could
one?
just jump through the waterfall and land in the water at the bottom.
Well, I said we could
Oh,
jump
check
off
that.
and feather fall down.
We could do that actually.
Or we can cast.
Feather fall doesn't it hit more than one person?
It does. Well,
I'm down. You know
We
what?
could-
I mean, we've done everything else, so
it's
just get ready
5
to jump.
people, so we would need one more, I think.
For what? For Featherfall?
Yeah, because we have Thrangle with us.
I think it's
We're good though, because I have my own method of going. I'm gonna.
up. Oh yeah, up to 5.
Yeah. I'm just gonna jump. I'm gonna cast fly. So I'm gonna jump. I'm just gonna dive and be like, you know what?
Okay, there you go.
So I just go on the edge and just kind of fall back. So you just see me go. Casting fly.
Okay. And you. So how does it look when it happens? Are you gonna let yourself kind of go over the edge so they look like you fall to your death? or-
Yes, yes, times 1,000. Yes.
He's finally lost it.
Yep. Learned his patroness of Finks is just like out.
Riddle me this.
So when you
What has no wings
cast,
can
can you roll me a
fly?
percentile?
Me.
Can you roll me a
That's hard.
percentile, please?
Am I touching the water?
Sky
Oh, let's see put you on here. Percentile. Yes, I can. Yep. Oh my god, 35. Is that what I rolled last time? Was
Please
it 36?
say no.
Okay. You don't know what happened, but
Okay.
It's
It's
the
fine.
worst. You're just like,
It's fine. It's fine.
But he's flying, right?
Am I?
he's falling down the side of the waterfall. When he jumps out and heads down, you don't really see him anymore after a few feet because you can't really look
Ripley?
over the waterfall easily.
I'm sure he has a game plan.
He's gonna make a house.
Not gonna get under it this time.
Yeah, we're up here. Okay.
He's gonna drop a house, fall through the window,
No.
land on the
Look at
bed on the inside of the room.
Yeah, that was my plan before.
Perfect.
It's genius. It just might work. But yeah, so I'll swoop in like, really cool, like, so like they'll like peer over the edge. They'll come really dramatically up from like, just like through like the waterfall through the mist.
Okay.
I wish I had long hair because I'd be like one of them, but I don't. So. Just like-
Yeah. And the rest of you feather
Are
fall
we
down.
doing that?
Are you walking down?
I'm gonna walk with Frangle to make sure he's okay.
Oh,
I guess we're walking.
Yeah. Just enjoy the wonder that is the back of a waterfall.
I thought we were all going.
I know. I thought so too.
Just gonna
Or
blast
do
slowly.
we all really want to do this?
I mean, I think Thorngle being a teenager, if he heard, he'd definitely be like, I feel like Thorngle might be kind of down if he heard us talking about it.
She's just like,
Mom, be the cool mom.
all right, yeah, chaos. She's part Fae,
The
like
chaos rain,
yeah.
right?
She's like, it's gonna take forever. Just jump off the edge. I'll cast Featherfall.
what?
Oh, are we jumping now? Okay.
On,
Yeah,
on the
let's
count of
jump.
three
Okay.
together. On the count of three.
Hold
one-
hands.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he grabs hands and goes with,
You jump, and I cast Featherfall.
and they go down. And he is laughing so loud all the way down, like it's tickling
Aw.
almost.
Wait, I'm out of spells. Just kidding.
Oh, that'd be the worst. It was like, I'm out of spells. Oh, shit.
No more.
Oh my God, she might be the greatest caster in the world.
I can do
I'm the
that.
greatest caster in the world. Woo! I rolled a 14 for the percentile.
14. Damn.
Ooh, 14.
Mm.
Instant death of one
Potentially.
party member.
You can't get the spell this round. It's such an awesome scene to see you all jump from like a huge cliff. Like, yes, like it's imagine how awesome that looks. Just all of you guys just
I love the mental image of us
So
all holding
sick.
hands.
Yeah. Leaping out from the waterfall, like whoosh.
and I'm just out there cheering like, yeah, come on, like yeah.
And you don't notice anything happening. So
Oh,
probably
God.
nothing happened.
Okay,
Oh
cool.
god,
That's the worst.
everything's fine.
That's the
Good.
worst. The not knowing.
And you all float to the bottom and land in the water comfortably. The water's full of bioluminescent creatures, so it's glowing everywhere, and you hit in, and the swimming begins. Thrangle starts swimming downstream with the water and on his back, and well, let's go. Oh, we gonna
I'm
stay
blind,
here
so I
and
don't want to
swim?
get wet.
No.
Oh.
I definitely climb out. I'm not swimming. Baths are
I'm still
about as wet
flying.
as I get.
There's
Thank
no
you.
way.
Well, I can swim faster than I can walk.
Oh.
That's
Wow.
yeah.
I,
true. Yeah, Vesryn's gonna get out and walk. And while I'm getting out of the water, other than just the bottom of my shoes, prestidigitation, cleaning myself off. Dry, baby. Dry.
And as you're drying, can you make me a dex save?
Oh,
Ooh.
whoa.
Natural 14. And it's a save, yes?
Yes.
So 56, 17.
Okay. So you feel this hand grab you and try and pull you into the water, and and you get your foot out just in time.
Get out of the water.
And he's sort of floating past, like on his back. You're the one who's, I'll see you at dinner, I guess. And he's just floating, going at a pretty good speed.
I say in Dwayne's mind, Thurgo's pretty awesome. Like, you know, he's like, he's a good kid. I mean, I think, you know.
First of all, I didn't realize you meant it was Thrango. I think that somebody else was trying to drag me in the water. So it was like, I'm thinking like fish with arms again. I'm like, fuck, get out of the water. Like, it's Thrango.
Could have
If
been
it's
that.
him, then I just laugh at him. I'm like, oh, we could play that game.
Oh no.
He's just floating. All of you get down and get splashed and wet a little bit on the way.
Just glower daggers at him.
You know what? I gotta do it. Because
Do it.
especially now that I'm in water, I am going to wild shape and I'm going to take the form of a reef shark.
Oh, get
Triangle.
there. You're
I'm going to
scare-
change, grab my fin.
Wow. Triangle, grab your fin. Would it be like shooting his pants?
Oh my god.
I would have given him a heads up so he would have watched me do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, he grabs your fin then.
All right,
What?
we're going.
And he grabs two of your fins, and you guys are just tearing off down the river.
Once in a while, I'll be like, whoosh, up and back in.
So sick.
That's super cool.
So sick.
He hangs on as best he can. Sometimes he gets let go. Sometimes he grabs again. He ends up on your tail, whatever it is. All right. And eventually you get to where the river is near the encampment. And probably Hipley's there first, would be my guess. Flying. Thrangle and Desus are there next. Everyone else arrives in their own time.
And I would like fly under, like when Desus like jumps out of like try to be cool, like fly under. So I try to be real slick, be like,
And Vesryn's thinking, like, since when did I become the old man of the group?
you've always been. Just kidding.
Thought it was me.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like
We didn't ask the hard questions as Sphinx. Is Jada really that old man?
who's the true old man?
Yes, moving on.
What is Jada's true form?
Yeah, that is her true form.
The old man. I knew it. No.
And you get back to the camp, and Rhiannon comes running up. I told you to stay here at the camp, and starts yelling at Thrangle. Where did you go? Oh, there's your mother coming down. Oh, you are in so much trouble. When your mother gets here, you had all of us worried. Where? Sorry, it's just force of habit. What's force of habit? Places to go and get stuff.
I'll join the conversation.
And you get
But
there.
next time, just
she's
tell us. We've got people that worry about, So you need to tell us things.
Boys will be
All right.
boys. And I tap him on the shoulder.
Wow.
Hey, I get to be the fun uncle,
Yes.
all right? I'm Funkle, all right? Whether you think I am or not, I'm Funkle, all right?
You're the Funkle, the uncle. And when you get to the camp, you see that everybody is well fed. There are a lot of feathers in a pile and bones in a pile off to the side.
I just look away from the pile, like, okay, well.
People are
Sam's
eating.
blessing upon her own.
Look at it. That's fine.
And can I get a perception check from everybody?
Oh, man. And back to bad perception rolls.
16.
Ew.
Oh, that's
It's
a
the
bad
metal
one.
die.
That's an
13.
11.
That's not good. I don't think I have that high. It's a 10.
It's all right. 15 plus 6, 21.
Okay.
Ooh.
You got over a 16. As you're looking around, everything seems to be like a tunnel to somewhere, a path to somewhere. Now that you've had this conversation, and like you can see shadowy places between trees. You're like, oh, could that be? And then you see places that look where light is coming through, streaming in between the leaves. And you're like, oh, could that be a place? And like, it's almost become a trick of the mind that everywhere feels like it could be either a place to enter the Shadowfell or a place to leave here to go to the material plane, the material world.
Well, does anyone else feel like they're seeing the paths? I feel like I'm seeing the paths.
Yeah.
Take off my monocle, put it back on. Like
I forgot you had a monocle. That's so funny.
I don't. I don't really see anything, to be honest.
Well, I mean,
You're seeing like the pathways. Like
Yeah,
the,
like what the Sphinx was telling us.
yeah, like walking through
Oh.
shadows.
If they
Like-
show it to us, do we see it?
Bless you.
Bless you, bless you.
Allergies.
Do we notice
What?
it once they show us?
Yeah, if they point it out, you could see it. Maybe it is a portal. Who knows? But it just looks like shadows and lights. And it's really hard to know the difference, like between what is shadow and a. How would you know? It
if we
brings
stop
the
themselves
question:
from
how do
walking
you
towards
know?
one of them.
Dwayne, does your mother know much about the Fey Wilds?
And you hear the playing of an instrument starting to.
I've never really asked her about that, but do you hear that instrument?
Yes, is that the dulcimer?
It is.
Oh, Talea.
Talea,
Perhaps.
Talk to
we should
them.
go speak with
Well,
them.
there's a bunch of people sitting around near the fire in a big circle and all, and she's playing for them.
Was there any other food made, or was it just salad, or was there anything else made at all by any chance, or just salad was cooked?
Owlbear.
Just that.
Yeah, but it's enough for quite a bit. For
I wonder if I was gonna look for something else for Jada that wasn't owlbear to get food, because like so I was gonna look for. Never mind. Darn it.
You know, I never asked. Did Soul have any issues going through with us up there?
Oh.
She's been on Jada's shoulder this whole time.
It would have, Soul would have stopped at the
Okay.
place.
All right, but yeah, as soon as he came back out, she would have landed on your shoulder.
Probably frozen in midair even.
Rip.
Yep, stuck. Mid cluck.
Womp womp womp.
Oh.
And
Let's go talk to her.
It's a good idea. Did say we could get answers from her.
Does the playing sound good? Like
Oh,
the
yeah. She's an excellent musician.
Music, so okay.
oh yeah, she's a terrific musician. And others are singing and like joining in, so it's turning into like a jam, I guess.
I will let it go. Like I won't interrupt when they're close to me done. I'll kind of be like,
Yeah.
oh, so when you're not trying to sabotage us, you are a really, really, really good player.
Thank you. Just I wanted to bring some relaxation to the people that are just coming out of the whatever we called it, made into stone or stasis or something. I don't really know what it is.
You're doing a good job. The people seem to love it, and they're all singing along. So doing a pretty good job, I would say.
I'm just curious. Do you know where we are right now? We know now, but do you know where we are?
I mean, it looks a little bit like where we played initially, but it doesn't look the same. It looks similar.
We're in the Feywild.
Is Is that near Wythe?
Different plane.
Inside
Inside, yeah. Can I inside check too?
Sure.
No, I nothing that time. That was an
Ooh, that's a 2.
Seems honest.
Believable.
Totally.
Well, something like that. We were told that you might be able to give us more information, maybe even help us get out of here.
What do you mean get out of here? And what information? I told you already. My family. I did this to free my family.
What did the Sphinx say exactly, guys? I'm trying to remember what the Sphinx said.
The thing said that whatever it is gonna hurt her. Like, so there's knowledge that
It's
She-
just a
she
wealth
has.
of information.
But
A
if
fount of
she,
information, and it might be around the Neos person.
what God did tell them to say when did they say that they followed? Tell it because she told us the goddess she follows, right? I remember her saying something about. Did she say the name? I could have sworn she said the name.
I
don't
think
said
she mentioned Nios.
She mentioned
So-
Hyos.
Who's a
Okay.
person, Niosakal, the Eye of the Witches, a
Right.
powerful mage. They captured their ship and is using the people and taking advantage of them. They're in the Tower of the Eye.
We spoke
So-
with a strange individual who told us that you were a fountain of knowledge, and by telling us things, it would hurt, but it'd be better for you in the long run.
If you want to learn how to play the dulcimer, I'm good at that.
But what else? I mean, obviously, you casted something to help try to save people. So obviously, a little more than just playing music. I mean, a little more maybe the magical means. So I mean, maybe something that can along lines of that to maybe help everybody. Kind of, I mean, unless you want to be stuck here forever, which I don't. It's.
I'm not
It's
sure
okay.
what I would be able to tell you even about. My magic comes from inside me, not from.
I mean, but I guess you can maybe. I mean, I know you, follower of Neos, correct? I mean, maybe something you've learned from them could.
Naos is the one
Naos.
who held us, captured our ship, and my family and I were held captive there.
So they were the ones. Okay.
What else can you tell us about Naos? I feel like there's something that you haven't told us because you're afraid of what will happen. Your
She
information you
goes-
tell us will help us be able to potentially help you.
I had met others like him. Not met, I'd seen others like him. I believe they called themselves the Nagpa, which, whatever that is, it sounds like an organization or a group.
Nagpa or Nagpie?
Nagpa, P-A.
Nakba. Nag. Okay. Nakba.
They often would rescue people, but then separate them and imprison us.
Not much of a rescue, if you ask me. Then if they're going to do something that's
I know.
shady.
What does Nios look like? Is he human, elven, dwarf?
Oh no, he's tall and bent, almost bird-like in features, cruel eyes, uses a staff to walk, old-looking.
What color are his feathers? You say his feathers? You said
No,
bird-like.
bird-like in feature, not.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Did he have companions, like a right-hand person? Or somebody you seemed to trust more? Or just did he
Not
work
that I
alone?
know. he would come and see me every few nights, and he said he would help to calm me, and he would cast something, and I would wake up the next morning and I would be
Whoa.
feeling better.
So he was.
But of course, more worried about my children every day, and not once did he let me see them.
All right, this is gonna come from seemingly out of nowhere, but run with me. Do you get strange dreams?
I'm terrified of dreaming. I hate to sleep. I always have bad dreams if I sleep.
What happens in the dreams?
Often I relive the ship we were on sinking and them saving us from whatever the things in the ocean are, the sea, the monsters that were all around. I clutched at my children to keep them close. And then we were raised up in a net to another ship and carried off to the Eye.
The Eye.
That's the name of the castle that he or it or they, I don't even know.
Is that in Midveth?
Hold on, I gotta look at the map again.
Or is the eye somewhere else?
I remember looking at it on the map because we were pointing out major ley lines.
Well, she had told us last time that he's from Midveth, but he's not usually there because he moves around the world. Because I wrote it down on my notes.
Yeah.
The Eye is an island between
Midved.
Tynor and Kor and Brigga. Yes.
He lives in a tower in Midved.
Yeah.
But he moves around. When the ship was who attacked the ship?
Well, the ship was sunk by the sea.
Not a giant serpent or anything like that?
No, not. I mean, there were beasts in the water soon after the ship went down. And we were swimming, holding on to some wood and a barrel. But after that, I mean, it felt like a wonderful thing to be rescued, and then it turned into not a wonderful thing.
How long have you been in service for with them, or been under service?
I don't even know how long it's probably been 10 years or more.
You haven't seen your children since? Has he let you?
He's never let me see them. Sometimes he lets me hear them, when I'm going to sleep, he'll let me hear them. But I can never see around the corners, and they can never hear me.
Do you believe that they're do you know that they're still actually
No, I don't know. But I have to get back to find out. We should be freed now because I performed the action that was required.
what was the action again to free to do it? What was?
I was to win your trust, play the dulcimer, and then at some point continue playing, but play dissonant against the grain of the song of the piece to create tension in the music and break its it's perfection.
Can I try to use the crystal of true detection to scry on her kids?
Yeah, you could.
All right, I'm gonna do that. Just gonna
Smart.
pull out the crystal ball and set it up and say, "All right, I'm gonna try to scry it on your children. So tell me their names, what they're like." Wait.
Aerith and I gotta find the other one's name. I keep grabbing the wrong mouse. Eris and Basil.
All right. I can only focus on one person. So do you want me to try Eris or Basil?
Who's your favorite?
Eris. I don't have a favorite.
I was gonna say,
That was Morgan. That was.
I was like-
And she looked at you so offended at that.
No, that was Vesryn. That was Morgan.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm saying
Eric.
to you, like, who's your favorite? Come on, tell us.
Focus
And
on the
it-
crystal.
and it fogs over.
Okay.
And it doesn't show you anything.
is that
Are you seeing them? Are you seeing Eris?
It's not showing anyone.
I thought it was a magic crystal or something like you said that it could.
Do I know enough about how this crystal works to determine what that means? Like, is she dead?
She's like so-
Like,
oh gosh.
You don't know, but I'll have you know what? Make an Arcana check. See if I can get a good number.
okay, that's a 19.
Okay. It actually feels like it's working normal, but this person doesn't seem to exist.
Uh,
Well, the spell's working, but yes,
So why can't you see them?
it seems that she doesn't exist.
What do you mean doesn't exist?
Well,
I raised them from birth, and there's no doesn't exist. There's something wrong with your crystal. And she gets up and storms away.
this is like,
oh,
What if her mind's been
Uh-huh.
warped to believe?
that she has children.
she has children.
Because then she'd be forced
Oh.
to do whatever she could to protect them if she believed she had them.
And that'd be a hard pill to swallow. That'd
Yeah.
be really
Cause lots of
hard.
pain,
Sure.
but would be better in the long run.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Could you, that's right. I don't know.
You're
Is it
enmeshed
possible
children.
if you took her to the river? Maybe, I don't know. Could you dispel something like that?
I don't know how powerful the magic is, but I could try. You know, there are certain spells that are more powerful than what I'm capable of breaking, but I could give it an attempt.
Yeah, let's try to
Let's
talk to
go.
her again. Yeah, maybe we could say
I'll give you
something.
guidance on it when we go.
Maybe we should give her a moment. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like just a little moment. She definitely seemed like that.
Well, I understand, but we need to get out of here. The longer we sit here waiting and giving her moments,
We'll
the
say
more
that
time
maybe.
passes to your plane.
I mean, I can definitely. I mean, I can be
Maybe her
very
memories-
persuasive.
Been altered,
Sometimes.
so we're gonna
Well, for now,
try-
maybe we'll say that the scry didn't work because they're being magically shielded or something.
In the water, we need
That's
to
the
be,
thing, isn't it?
You need to be near the water, right? For this,
Yeah.
you guys, we have the plans to be near the water, right?
Yes, so the water
And so
can.
we'll say, yes, we'll say like, hey, the water. The problem was she wasn't a good reading because where we are, but the water is a lot more clear. The air with the magic is a lot better able to do it. So if we get over here by the water, we can definitely make sure that we, you know what I mean? Maybe kind of spin it that way. I can
Fair enough.
definitely, I can work
Why
with
don't
that.
I just tell her the truth?
That's no
She
fun.
can't handle it right now.
I love
Well, we
that.
could tell her. We could tell her that we believe that there might be some magic blocking her mind from where her children are,
I mean, that's not definitely, it's not
which
technically a
isn't
lie.
necessarily a lie. It's the truth. There is magic blocking her from seeing the truth of her children.
Yeah,
The
that
water-
affected the scry.
hmm The water's the only place to be clear enough to actually get a good reading.
Well, I
Okay.
need to try. I want to try to break the magic on it, but I need to be in the water to do so.
Yeah. So it's. But I do see your point, Jada. Though definitely the truth that definitely usually is the
It's less
is the minimum.
convoluted.
Yeah.
I like being
But-
as honest as possible.
I guess the only yeah. Well, what would you tell her, Jada?
That there's
Oh.
water that the water would help Vesryn sever the block. That it's regarding her children.
And we could find the truth of her children.
Little as words as possible, not actually a lie. If it works, then she'll be appreciative that we didn't lie to her, and if it doesn't, then no harm is done.
I agree.
I'll go.
Bro doesn't want to talk to me right now. So.
I'll go talk to her.
Was she able to finally find a way to see them?
Well, we have an idea that may work. We've went to the water, and magic's a little differently there, a little more clear, and so we do want to. If you want to help us, we do want to try again near the water, because we feel like we can definitely get more of a much clearer understanding with the water's help.
Maybe a persuasion check.
Oh, jeez. Mhm.
I'm glad you're the one doing this.
Oh, we're good. Hold on a second. I can persuade all day. Fucking lie all day. Persuasion's not bad either. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a 18.
You think it'll work, Hipley?
I think it's definitely worth a try. I'm not gonna guarantee anything, but I think it's definitely the water's. It's worked pretty well before.
I'll
Try a
do
little bit,
anything.
so.
I just want to know they're okay. Do you have kids? Of course you don't. You're a child.
Oh no, but someday I do, and I've lost a parent, so to speak. So I mean, from the other side, I kind of. I know what loss is like, and especially if I had a chance to see her again, I definitely would. Yeah, I would do whatever I could. So I
Okay,
can't imagine being the other end.
Let's do it. Anything if it'll work. There's a chance it'll work.
Yeah, just you want to follow me down here to the
She
near the
follows
water.
you. Okay, you get to the water.
Right, so I assume everyone's ready. I assume
Wait.
everyone's like,
Yeah.
Right, I was just
That's
like,
where we went over
okay,
the prep.
so
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna like put the orb in the water to see what happens.
Vesryn's going to crack his knuckles and be like, I'm going to try to break through a potential magical barrier on your mind to see if that will help us locate them and find out the truth of where they're at.
Oh, okay.
And I will cast Dispel
Well,
Magic.
before
while in the water.
I'll tap you with guidance.
All right.
Good call.
And I will cast Dispel Magic.
Come on, Luluin.
Where is my... trying to find it so I can mark it. There
What
we
level are
go.
you casting it at?
Well, I can only cast it.
Oh, you
Third
only-
level.
at Third, right. Okay.
So I wish I can cast it at 4th level,
Yeah.
but I don't have 4th level.
maybe we get that level today. Just kidding.
All right.
Hey.
10 plus the DC is the 10 plus the spells level.
Yep.
All right. And what is the... I get to add to it?
D4.
All right. Make an ability check here. So yeah. So D4. All right. Where's my D4? There it is. So I'm going to add 4 to whatever I roll plus the D4. I rolled a 12 plus 4, so 16, and a 4,
Ooh.
so 20.
Ooh,
32.
Ooh.
hey,
Cool.
Ooh,
guidance for the win.
And
Yeah.
you're
that guy's-
going through all
that's
this,
Luluin.
and she's standing there, and like just waiting for you. And then suddenly you see tears just run down her face, and she falls to her knees in the water. I can't see my children anymore. All I see are the drawings that he made on the wall to represent them, and it's like it's like they were a dream or something. Like the memories don't even seem connected anymore. They seem broken or something.
I'm gonna go next.
I don't know what that means.
Vesryn ran over there as soon as she fell down. He's helping her up.
Me too.
Calming her down. It's okay.
I can't even see their face anymore. It's like.
Hold on. Slow down. Slow down.
Oh my God! I don't even know their last names anymore. Their middle names anymore. I mean, did I give them middle? Did they have middle? Your magic made me lose what they look like. Even I don't even know who they are.
What happened is it's not. I don't think anything's being.
I believe that he used a terrible magic to alter your memories.
Why? Why would he alter my memories? Why would
he can control you?
He can use you.
Oh my God! The things I've had to do.
It's not your fault. Hold on a second though. But he like I said, you were under that influence. So whatever you did, that's not.
Oh my God! I'm so sorry. I've done such terrible things.
No. There is no apologies. Like I take your hand. There's no apologies. You weren't you were being used and controlled. This is that person's fault, and they will pay they will get what's coming to them.
And she leaps at Cerridwen. I'm so sorry I messed up your beautiful music. And she wraps her arms around you, like holding on for dear life.
Chokehold.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I did that to your music. And I may have harmed those people.
Please.
I'm just happy that nobody died. It just seemed like.
Cerridwen will embrace her and hold her like close to her and say, I know what it's like to be a mother who will do anything to protect her child.
Am I? I don't even know if I am now. I can't.
Your feelings were true.
I feel like I made them up or they were made up for me now.
Well?
Do I remember them before the ship? And I don't remember giving birth to them. I don't remember them as children anymore. How could he do that? How could he make me remember things that didn't happen?
There's strong magics in the world.
And just some sick people out there too.
What was that?
That was kind of cool. Sorry.
Powerful magic. By the way, just out of curiosity, how hard was it, even with that, for me to break through that magic? Was it difficult?
Oh, you barely did.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, how, like, when I was doing it, like, trying to rip through it.
Oh,
very powerful magic.
Like, how awesome am I?
Honestly, if it wasn't for Jesus' help, I don't think I would have been able to break it. I just barely broke the spell on you.
I just don't understand why someone would do that. Why me?
Control.
I'm not even a very good spellcaster. I'm not strong.
Talented musician.
You were what he needed to use, and that's all. That's good enough for someone like that. And while we're in the water, I'm going to druid craft some white poppies, which are a flower language symbol for calmness and peacefulness.
Okay.
Our corsage is still pretty good too. I'm still wearing my corsage.
Yeah.
Are they
You're
still
all wearing them. They're all perfect.
Yeah.
I put the copies into her hands.
I don't hold anything against you.
I feel more like a weapon than I did before.
Well, then be ours. Help us fight Niles.
How?
He doesn't
Anything?
know that you've been freed. Maybe we can use her as a mole.
He might be able to detect this magic
Dangerous.
spoken on him.
Make me a persuasion check.
Could I give her advantage, like helping out or something? Could I?
Right.
If you talk along with it, maybe.
I mean, maybe not so well, but maybe so he can't do what he's done to you to anyone else, to make anyone else feel that certain way, like that. So,
Oh.
if you, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not. Were there
I
other
don't know
people?
if there were, but I imagine there were other. There were other people in the cells, although now I'm not sure they were really there. But I wouldn't want him to do this to anyone else.
And I know this is asking a lot. If you
you can give her the benefit.
Okay. That's a 19.
is that a good
Uh,
DM
I-
laugh or?
It was. Yeah. I would do it if there was some way you can make sure that I was. I can't say safe, but as safe as you could make me if I needed to be in their presence I don't want to be there alone.
Of course, no, you won't be. No, of course.
I don't
Of
have
course.
magic
wouldn't
that
let
can
you.
do anything to him.
We would not let
To
you go
them.
there. It's alone. So no, we would not. Of course, we'd make sure there's. Yeah, we would not just bring out there's no.
We'll have to think of a way, but for now, let's just leave that as it is. Unless we have a way to protect her mind, I would suggest we don't send her there because he could potentially reinforce what he already did once before. If he's able to notice that the spell is gone or the magic that he had on her mind has been broken, there would be nothing stopping him from doing the same thing to her once more. But what is there anything else that you haven't told us? Any other thing that'd be useful?
He spends when he's there. He spends his time in the tower. He looks out. He brought me there once, and he has. I don't know what they're called. Sailors use them to look through.
Spyglass.
I guess. Or
But
sextants
big
or,
ones on mounts, and they wrap
Telescope.
the tower. There's one in every window.
like a lighthouse or no?
Yeah, there are 12 of them.
Oh. Are they looking up at the stars? Are they looking out in the distance?
No, they're in windows that look out. I guess
We
that's how he finds the
have-
ships.
Do we have the ley line map?
Yeah.
Do we have it with us?
I wonder if those scopes
Yeah.
are magically enchanted for him to be able to
You do.
scry those directions.
I want to look at the ley line map.
Where is it
Okay.
on the map? Again, where is he at on the map? His place?
It's down here. There's a little island at the bottom. You can see it. The
But
eye.
if we scried him, he would know, right? People know when they're being scried on.
If he's
Is that
that
how it
powerful
works?
mage,
I mean,
count
depends
how
on the
many
person.
lines are coming out of
Person.
that, Des.
I can't scry in him today.
12.
I don't know. I was saying for if the future, but he would probably know, right? I don't know
mean,
how that.
Given
really
how
works.
powerful he seems to be, probably.
He saw us.
12 from the ley lines. There's 12 ley lines there, 12 scopes. Perhaps he can look in the direction and see as far as he needs to. If he has a way to enchant
Yes.
the scope to scry the ley lines or something. He
That
probably
would
knows
explain
what,
why he knew about the symphony.
And he may know what's going on right now. Well, no, because we're not.
We're in an in-between.
We're in the in-between. So he probably cannot see. Well, unless those scopes allow him to see the in-betweens. I mean, I don't know what they do.
Could potentially at least know we're verging there, but may not be able to actually see us right now.
Hopefully, I
So-
mean,
So do we go to the eye? That's the question.
You can see us
I
coming.
mean, that's our only lead.
So if we keep trying to look for other areas or slips to find everyone else, they're going to know. And obviously, they did not want us to make it the first time.
Perhaps Mother Bardusa will have a way for us once we get back to get closer to there without having to take months of traveling there.
does owe us a little bit, I feel like.
And then you hear Thrangle. What's going on?
Oh,
He just came
No.
up.
we're just, just doing normal things, just in the
Adult
water.
conversations.
Just like
I don't even say stuff like that.
We're doing our taxes.
Texas.
We're just discussing how to get everyone safe.
Oh.
Well,
Vesryn removed a spell on Telaeth.
That too.
So
And when you say that and he sees her, he goes into the water. Are you okay, Telaeth? Like, no, I'm not feeling very good. Maybe you need to rest. Every time I rest, I dream.
perhaps you won't now.
Maybe now the dreams will be better, since
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. And he warmly wraps her and you, Cerridwen, like in a sandwich. It'll be okay. You have all of us here. We can take care of you. And
the book club's here.
he's very like comforting with her. We got you.
As in Dwen's mind, he's a good kid. See, I mean, he's a good kid. With your blood going through him, like he is a good kid. Easier than your mind.
yeah, you see a smile. She's like, yeah, well, if we can have someone watch you, and if someone sees that you're having a nightmare, it can wake you up. But hopefully they were connected to the spell that was put on you. So hopefully the stop.
Oh, some of the magic dream things or something.
I hope they're connected to the spell, because then they won't bother her anymore.
Maybe is it? Today's been crazy. I mean, would you mind playing a little more of music? I mean, it was pretty it helped my spirits. If I understand if you don't feel like playing at all, but
Oh, I
If
always
you-
feel like playing something. And she pulls her lute out. and
well, I
starts-
was talking to Talea too. I was trying to talk to Talea, be like, if
Oh.
but you to know, but definitely, yes, I'm one of the twisters, I guess. So definitely,
And she wades to the side of the water and gets out of the water. And
When she gets out, I'll dry her off. Because I'm still in the water.
from within the water.
Yeah.
And Thrangle or Taliesin gets out, and
Same thing.
he puts his hand back for you, Cerridwen, to help you out of the water.
I'll take it. I don't really need it, but I don't know.
Nope.
She's not gonna
Nope.
she's not gonna not take his hand. It's-
Right.
pull him in.
And right. And as he pulls her out, you guys will both feel like a wind come and both dry both of you guys off as well.
And
Thank you.
he puts a hand out to help anybody that's in the water. You're just like the gang back at home. You get in trouble and you need someone to help bail you out. So what are we
I
gonna
mean-
do?
Well, we need to get back first. Look at all these people back home. Can't have them living off owl bear. Built for this. It's not fair to them.
Yeah. All right, so how do we do that?
So,
Jesus, you said you saw tunnels, right?
Yeah, passive light. Just a matter of the right way. And
we know not
Strings
the
told
dark
us
ones.
that we apparently have something that'll help us get the right way. It's just we didn't figure out what. I'm just gonna hold my staff in place and
Pull up my staff thing, just kind of like a lead, like just see if I can get any kind of
And-
feeling.
with like seeing within that crescent part, I'm just going to try and maybe connect with Luluin, because a god of the Feywild, why not? And see if maybe I can get better guidance on what path could take us out in the right direction.
And then
Go on.
then Jada can help you with thesis. Maybe Jada can help too, because you can still get that the rhythms. So maybe the path they're going to, hopefully the rhythm should essentially, either go away or match, if that makes sense. I feel like the rhythm should be correct whichever path we go to, because it's off now. So
Little Geiger counter.
You hear a sea shanty behind you as I inspire you.
I love it.
So you can add a D8 to whatever you're doing.
my bards are awesome.
Support.
So, Jesus, you see the light where you were looking earlier, and the shadow. They were like right near each other, and the shadow deepens a little, and the light gets a little bit lighter, as maybe leaves move or something, and it just affects the area for a moment. And it's a little bit in the forest, so you'd have to walk maybe 100 yards in, but you can definitely see that it feels right.
Okay, I think I see the path, but we'll want to make sure we follow in step because it seems to overlap the shadow.
Are we all going?
We have to make sure
Yes.
everyone's ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people to keep in line.
Well, we'll all go single file, I suppose.
So
And
you
then we
gather
can
everybody
spread
together.
ourselves. Yeah, we can kind of put ourselves between them sporadically.
As you near this place, Jada, you hear ticking coming in your mind. You hear 3 different sounds. One from the deep shadow, and one from the bright light, and the one that is where you are here. And there's an area where in each where the black is so black, all you see is black. And there's a place where the light, when it comes through, is streaming in, and it's so light in that area that all you see is light. Vesryn and Cerridwen, as you near the area, you notice that the shadow area has no sound. It's like a void of noise and like a sheen over the black.
Like the sound holes back home.
Yeah, just like the sound holes. It's, I would say, almost identical without almost.
So identical.
Which one are you at?
That's what we ended up calling. That's not what they were. That's not the original name, but that's what we ended up calling them. Sound holes.
I don't remember the sound holes.
There were pocket where people ascended. There was pockets.
Cerridwen wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
I thought she was there for some of it because there was. We talked about it, I think. But so okay, just for everybody to know, when we started, there was an ascension that happened, and sound holes would wherever somebody ascended, there would be like this space where they were at that was void of sound. You would step in it and you could yell, nobody could hear you, and you couldn't hear anything either. It was just void of sound. But most of them would disappear after a while. But we did discover that where my mother went, that hole was still there.
Oh
That
yeah,
sounds-
I remember that.
You guys
That
already
was mentioned a long
touched by that
time
shadow
ago.
fell for so long. Oh my god. Do you guys know about it for you guys didn't know you knew about it.
Yeah.
Man.
And those are probably, if my mother's one, that might be a way to go to where she was. That might be an entrance.
At least we know that they're alive now. She didn't say they were dead. So that's a good sign too.
Yeah. Good to know.
We'll probably instruct everybody to not step into the shadow, to not cross that way, just follow.
Follow your steps.
If he has
Yeah.
one foot in the shadow, it's like, yeah, I know, okay. Well,
I'll even
Backs
be
out.
dragging my staff like behind me to keep a line so people know, okay, stay to that.
Okay. And Jada kind of guides you to the exact spot. And at that point, the sounds of here and there converge. You can still hear the one from the shadow that's a little off. And who's going through first?
I definitely would be just like, yep.
No, you're following in the line.
I'm gonna sneak forward. I'm gonna like sneak under the staff and like whoop. You'll see him just like walking through like, all right, let's go.
I'll go make sure he doesn't run into anything.
Okay.
Okay, it's worked out well twice so far, so 3 is a magic number.
So that's when it goes back.
He goes off the path by accident because he didn't see it.
He said the shadow fell. Like, wait, this is
He
the
trips
wrong.
over your staff and falls right into the shadow fell.
Hipley, you go through into the light with Jada right there. And as soon as you do, you're standing in a field of lavender, and there are symbols of gods made out of wood all over the fields. Just tons of them. And they're weathered. Some of them have rotted, some of the wood. And there are little stones wrapped around some of them. Jada, you see this too. They're marked all over the fields.
Are there names on it's like tombstones? Are there like
Yes.
So are there? Oh my God! Can I find like our names on them? I assume like it's everyone that probably.
There's a
Oh my
lot,
gosh,
possibly.
Jade, I think the tombstones for us, for everybody.
They're gonna be so surprised.
But how long though? I mean, because but oh man. Because I mean, this is a binner. They seem weathered, right? So they seem like they've been here for like a minute.
Who's going through next?
Oh God.
I
think-
go. Or whatever.
Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter. As you come through, you all walk out into.
Vesryn, after everybody goes through, he's the last one.
Oh, I
Okay.
will be right there with you because I'm
What?
trying to
But-
shepherd everyone through.
But he waits for everybody to go through, and he looks at that shadow fell, and he inches his foot there for just a moment. Then he stops himself, and he nods.
That would be the ultimate split the party.
Yeah, I know.
I'll
He was
go for it. Do it.
just one of those
Oh,
moments
there
I can.
temptation, temptation.
He would
If
just.
it was a movie, you would definitely go through.
Yeah, he would have if it was moving. But no, he looks and he looks back where everybody just went through. Soon, mother, and then he steps through to follow everybody else.
And you walk into what is essentially a graveyard.
I tell the people, don't be alarmed, people. This is. I mean,
Everybody's
these are
alarmed.
our graves. These are our graves. Like, don't be alarmed.
All
You are not
Everybody's
dead.
alarmed.
Everyone
Did
just
all
take
the
it.
This
musicians
will
like-
be one hell of a story. We have
Like you-
returned from the dead.
And people
Or-
are finding them, and people are crying everywhere and upset. Some start running towards Wythe.
Wait,
Hold on,
we
wait,
should all
wait,
walk
second.
back like we're undead.
And if anyone wanted to change themselves, now's the perfect time. Like if anyone maybe was into some illicit things, now might be, contemporary haircuts.
Ditch, you know, you can
Just change the
start
hairstyle,
life.
name. Just
I'm gonna find my gravestone.
That's what I was going for mine too. That's what I was exactly. So, what did they write about me?
Yeah, what did they write? Here lies Vesryn.
I guess you need to message your family, Vesryn.
Oh
Probably.
snap!
And actually, I will do that because I have sending prepared for today. Because the plan
Out of the
was-
lavender. Go.
And this is where we'll break.
Yeah.
We'll save that for next week.
Oh man.
Thank you, everybody.
Don't worry, I wasn't
Thank
gonna
you,
leave the party.
Waffles. Thank you, Waffles Maple Syrup, for the raid. I don't know if you're still there or not, but thank you regardless. It was a lot of fun having you guys. We will see you next Tuesday when they get to enjoy their graveyard. The graveyard of their own.
Yeah.
Who
See what our
gets that
tombstones say.
opportunity?
Oh man.
I didn't think about that, so now I have to figure out what your tombstones say.
We want to know
All right.
right now.
All right. Thank you, everybody. See you next week.
Nice.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.